you guys hear me? Okay, good. Welcome in. I was like, I just hope I didn't just press the mute button because, yeah, it's been a hot minute. Anyway, welcome in, everyone. It's the last stream of the year, which means we're going to do our annual Cherry Awards, which, you know, is a pretty special event around here, which is why I've got this fancy schmancy little outfit on, which I'll show you guys a full thing in just a second. But I haven't got my face on yet, so I figured we could just settle in together and kind of have a bit of a pre-show, because it takes a while for everyone to like filter in, just get themselves ready and like settled in. So I figured why not just take some time at the beginning to, you know, put the rest of this outfit on, I suppose. You guys may notice this room looks different from yesterday's stream, and I got some curtains actually going, which is great. There's still more to do, Mr. Redcastle. I'm still thinking about your suggestion, which was to get a projector for this wall here. That's on my to-do list and on my wish list, because that's a great idea, because it's kind of looking a little bit plain Janey, right? I think some color in the background would be superb. But anyway, you guys will see the evolution over time as we go. This is the second version out of, I'm sure, many to come. So anyway, we've got a truth serum right off the bat. What are we going to do? Oh my gosh. So 5 minutes where I can only say the truth. So come at me with all your questions and I'll do my best. And yeah, projector, I hardly know her. I've got my water here for today. I also have a smoothie, so I'm happy about that. And I hope you guys are ready for a night of wonderful award giving and Thanksgiving. Well, not like that, but you know what I mean. Like appreciation giving, and yeah, the kind of night where I get to really give back in a sense, for all the wonderful generosity, kindness, and hilariousness that you guys have afforded me throughout this entire year. It's crazy, right? A whole year has passed. Smash will pass on the chat. That's crazy. I don't even, well, that's not against TOS, is it? Can I just say smashed to everyone, or is that like, is that weird? I don't know. I can't answer that. I literally can't answer that. Smash to everyone. I don't know if I can say that, but anyway. And QB, as for what I think of you, well, you're a marvelous friend of mine that I know we only just met kind of recently, but I feel like, you know, you're very philosophical in a sense, which I vibe with. You ask interesting questions, you have interesting answers, and the kind of person that I could see myself like catching up with in real life as fucking, what is it, parasocial as that sounds? I know it sounds like so, like everyone says it, right? But I actually feel like I fucking mean it, right? And yeah, I think we should get to know each other more so I can have a more thoughtful thing to say. But I have enjoyed the blossoming of our friendship so far, and I hope it continues. And also, it was your music that I checked out, right? The kind of, was it metal that we listened to on stream? I actually genuinely like that, because I feel like it's not the kind of genre that I would go to naturally. So to get kind of a first glance was, yeah, really cool, and kind of opened my eyes up to what the genre could be. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that was your music, right? And so, yeah, that's kind of, that's what I think, you know, and I'm sorry it can't be more detailed. But yeah, it's one of those things where I have to be careful that I don't get too familiar with people, because I know not everyone likes that kind of thing. I'm the type of person who gets very like buddy with people very quickly, to the point where sometimes I think people are a little bit taken aback by it in a sense. They're just like, whoa, we just met, bruh. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm very like, yeah, I don't know. I'm very interested in people, and I want to get to know them very deeply. And usually by the second or third meeting, I'm like, so what's your deepest, darkest desire? You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's kind of my, it's not necessarily on purpose, but it's a bit like my MO, like accidentally. And so, yeah, I've noticed that I have to kind of cool it with people, especially in a format like this. I have to make sure that, not everyone wants to like get that intimate, you know, especially that quickly. And so anyway, come on, you guys, I've got more time for questions. So yeah, this is a great way to start off this stream, because, also, before I forget, we have an unboxing to do today as well. It's exciting, but also not exciting because it's not for me. It's something that I bought, but it's a present for someone else. And so we'll be opening it together. And then, of course, I'll be like putting it in proper packaging instead of this kind of like Australia Post kind of box, you know. And so, yeah, it's going to be fun. I know what it is, but you guys don't. So it's going to be a cool little like reverse unboxing because usually I don't know what it is. And you guys, if it's from a throne, that is, you guys know exactly what it is. So my favorite breakfast? Oh, well, I mean, I know I have a terrible, terrible sweet tooth, like really extreme. But if I had to pick something to eat like every single day for breakfast, I'd probably pick scrambled eggs. You know, the Gordon Ramsay scrambled eggs is something that I'm very, very confident in making at this point because I've made it like probably a million times in my life. And it's weird because, you know, I love waffles, pancakes, all kinds of sweet treats for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. But for breakfast, especially, if I had to pick something that I would never get sick of, it'd probably be something egg related, whether it's scrambled, omelette, poached, fried, whatever it is. Like, they're so versatile. And it's literally like something I could honestly eat like half a dozen eggs every single day if I if I felt that I was allowed to. So yeah, egg is my answer, spaced out exactly like that. And honestly, at most times in my life, there's like a full carton of eggs in the fridge because I'm always like in the mood. And so for eggs, that is an excellent answer. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, they're good for you. I know some people say that, oh, cholesterol and stuff like that. Though even that is a little bit contested. Like the whole thing about good cholesterol, bad cholesterol and stuff like that. I'm definitely not well versed enough to give a, you know, confident opinion. There's also like choline and stuff in eggs, which is meant to be good for you too. But yeah, like I literally get cravings for eggs like multiple times a week, I would say. I don't eat eggs like every single day, but I want to. And so yeah, sometimes I just get sidetracked, or like I go to my parents' place or wherever, like I go out to eat. And so it's like I just don't get to have my egg fix. But if I had my say, I'd probably have something egg related once per day. And so that's my kind of boring but very true answer. So anyway, goodness me, fresh eggs. Oh my gosh. So my old neighbor, because I don't live with my parents anymore, my old neighbor, he has chickens in his like backyard, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, he used to like collect the eggs and like sometimes give them to my family. It hasn't happened for a while now. And the same thing with a friend of my dad's. He had like a chicken farm or whatever you want to call it, and he would give us fresh eggs, and they were so, so good. Like, just really flavorful, really just... Yeah, it's hard to describe like the difference between like, I don't know, fresh egg and kind of just like a store-bought one, but there is a difference. It's like, it's hard to explain. They're just flavorful, they're big, they feel really filling as well. And so, yeah, anyway, curried eggs are really good. I love deviled eggs. I don't know if they're similar, but it's like you take out the yolk and you add like mustard and spices and then you just put it back in into like the little divot where the yolk was. It's so good. This whole stream could be about eggs if we really want to go there. Like, don't get me started because I will go there. But yeah, anyway. God, it's kind of making me want to have an egg stream. Ooh, truffle oil. That's beautiful. I love truffles. I love everything to do with truffles. I know they're expensive and I know the flavor is very strong. Some people don't like the flavor because it comes on too strong, but I personally love it. I think it's so like Moorish and delectable. Just a little bit of oil, like, you know, infused olive oil or whatever it is, like that'll do you, you know. And it's meant to be, I don't know if it's meant to be good for you, but it's just so tasty. There's specific kinds of pasta you can get with like the fillings have like spinach and cheese and a little bit of truffle or like truffle oil on it, and it's so good. It's like, damn, this feels gourmet. It's an easy way to turn any dish into a gourmet dish, in my opinion. And so yeah. As for the Smash or Pass Poetry Edition, roses are red, violets are blue. Ome wa mo shinderu. Why did you make me, the whitest person ever, say that? I know that meme, but I've never said those words out loud before. I just realized how much of an accent I have. Wait. Ome wa mo shinderu. Shinderu. Wild Smash, absolutely. You guys know me. Even though he was, not of that team, but still, was he? No, he wasn't. He was like famously like homosexual, but was he bisexual? That's the question. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Nani is exactly the right the right response for that. Dutch Blue Ranger, welcome in. I'm glad to see you. And also, Cece, if she's around. I don't know if you're in touch with her, but she may be part of today's stream in a sense, if you know what I mean. But I don't want to spoil anything. So, that reminds me. I wanted to say, for the awards for today, there are roughly 10 awards, right? I understand that maybe not everyone who gets an award will be here for this stream. It's kind of something that I planned kind of last minute, to be honest. And, I don't expect people to be here all the time, just like at a whim. So I'll still deliver them as normal and be like, the winner of this award is this person. If they're not here, that's okay. Because I'll post all the results in the server after this stream. And if I can, if I have the ability to, I'll just reach out and, send them a message, like a DM or something saying, hey, just so you know, you won this award, because I felt it was appropriate. And I felt like I didn't want to pick people that I just thought would be here, because that's not the full picture. You know what I mean? As appreciative as I am for the people that are here, it's like, this is kind of I don't know, it's like a, words, what are they? It's like a look back on this entire year, and there have been some people that have been incredibly important, amazing, fantastic, wonderful, and all of the good words that I wanted to celebrate, even if maybe I haven't heard from them in a bit, or they've gotten busy with their own lives, which is more than okay, and so, because I know firsthand what that's like, so I figured, even if most of the people aren't here, I feel like it'll be a cool thing to still celebrate them, and to do the awards as normal, not to skip any or anything like that either. So that's kind of what we're going to do for today. And just so you guys know as well, it was really hard to pick these. I had so many different people and different kind of categories that I wanted to include, but I had to keep it relatively brief, because the reward is a golden cherry, which is a little bit different to this kind of cherry, which, how cool is this earring, by the way? It's like a choose your own adventure with the points rewards in the cherry thing. So it's in the points section where you can choose a hydrate, for example, or a truth serum. A golden cherry is basically you can pick anything from there for free. One-time use, lasts until the end of the next year, if that makes sense. So if I didn't want to, kind of inflate the cherry economy, I had to be very decisive and very brief with the awards that I gave out. And so there's roughly, I think there's 10 or 11. But that doesn't mean if you don't get one today, that doesn't mean that I haven't thought of you or that I didn't want to pick you. It was just one of those things where I had to be very cutthroat. And so, it's one of those things where I did kind of agonize for a hot minute. I was like, fuck, oh, what am I going to do? And yeah, last time we had kind of the runners up, it was kind of the people that didn't get a golden cherry, but I still wanted to thank them. And so I was going to do that again this time, but I figured it's kind of shit to be thanked, but not to get any prize. And I didn't want to do that to anyone. So everyone who's getting an award today is getting a golden cherry. It's it kind of comes, it's a package deal, right? And so I was like, okay, we can always do more fun award things in the future. But this one, I had to keep kind of relatively short. And so that's kind of the vibe for today. And also why we're doing the awards in a little bit as well. Because if we want to fill this whole time, I could just do them in 5 seconds. So I'm going to spread them out. We're going to chill for a long time. We're going to open this box. What could it be? I don't want to flash my address. Anyway, we're going to just chill with each other. I'll show you guys this dress. And yes, the 60s definitely cold. I know, right? And also show you the room a little bit more and what I've done with it. And so I know it doesn't look too different from what you guys have last seen, but trust me, there have been so many changes that I've made, and my brother has helped me as well. There's little changes that you can't even really tell on camera, but like back here, we've got some fairy lights going, you know? And I'm not going to lie, I thought they were going to be a lot brighter when I purchased them, but they're so pretty. They're like in the shape of little flowers, and I thought I can't take them back now. I'm too attached to them. And so we've got like a whole set in the background here, which I'm definitely going to see if I can utilize a little bit more as these streams continue. And yes, Emto, you're right. This is a new venue. Yeah, subtle but kind of noticeable type beat. I'm glad. I hope that is true because there's been a lot of love poured into this. For those of you that may not have been here for the last stream, because it was literally at a completely random time, I kind of explained that my life has been basically uprooted since my brother decided that he wanted to move out. So this is his old bedroom, which we've just literally like gutted, like from the absolute bare bones, and put everything in new. And I've decided to take all my streaming stuff from my parents' place and bring it to my new place, if you guys know what I mean, to kind of officially have my full-time setup here. So yeah, absolutely gutted. It's crazy, right? And so I have some of my brother's old things as well, because he wanted to get new stuff, right? And I have some of my stuff too, like my some of my old things that I actually hadn't even had a place to put it, because when I was living with my brother, like we had to share the space, of course. But now living alone, it's like, wow, I have the whole house to myself to decorate how I want. Stuff like this, which hadn't seen the light of day for almost 10 years, because it was like my old setup, if you know what I mean. Like my bed before you guys even saw it when I first started streaming, because before I had the curtains, I had this kind of canopy thing, which was just collecting dust and still kind of is dusty, until I was like, oh, now I have space to put some stuff. Why not put this this old thing back up there? And so let me show you guys rather than just talking about it. And check out the dress, right? Isn't that so cute? With the little ruffles as well. So it's like, wow, right? And I don't even know if you guys can hear me, but if it calls for it, I can grab my other like microphone from you know, the lounge room stand-up comedy specials that we were doing, and I can like see if I can swap it out, so I can actually step back here and keep talking and be like, hey guys, what's the deal with airplane food? And yeah, just kind of use this space, because there's so much space. I can do star jumps here if I want to. I can do the can with this fluffy dress. And yeah, I can just like, I don't know, do all kinds of stuff here. So I'm very excited to utilize the space more. It looks so cozy, doesn't it? It's like so, I don't know, it's really special and cocooned. This actually does close as well, but I wanted to keep it nice and open to show you guys. Like, it closes all the way around here, like that. But it looks nice like this, so I'm going to leave that for now. And yeah, there's more decorations to come as well, because I want to just provide some depth to the room so you guys can see it. Like, add some color in the background, maybe projector or something like that. I've seen so many of those advertisements online of like those star projectors or whatever they are, or the outer space ones. And on this side, I might want to chuck up some like posters or something, like my own posters, because I think they could be nice and colorful and cool. But yeah, why the fuck am I out of breath? It's crazy. The only thing I actually do think I need, like priority wise, is a fan, because it gets so hot in here. The only air conditioner is in the front room, like in the lounge room, and I have it on now, but this is like literally as far away from it as you can get, and it's hot. It's very hot in here. Especially when my computer fans get going. It's like it's a heater. It's a fucking nuclear heater. And so, yeah, so that's kind of one of the reasons I was away, just kind of like impromptu hiatus, where I was kind of just like, you know, getting my shit together. And I'm so excited because I was saying in the last stream, I can roll out of bed and just start streaming if I want to. And yeah, it's been kind of it's been kind of like a bit crazy and a little bit hectic. I even had a moment where I was like, fuck, should I even bother coming back to stream? Because I'm pretty sure everyone has forgotten about me at this point. You know, it's been like almost 2 weeks, and that is an eternity in the online space. I'm literally an old, dusty relic at this point. I was like, no one's going to fucking even remember, like, Emmy Cherry, who? What even is that? And so I was like, well, you know, I might as well just give it a shot anyway. Because yeah, you know, I love you guys and I miss you very, very much. Even when I'm away from streaming, I get that feeling like, oh, I wonder what my friends are up to. I miss them very, very dearly. And so, you know me, no matter what happens, even if I'm talking to myself, to zero viewers, I'm still going to be here doing my thing. And so yeah, Emmy Cherry 5 is the new version in 2025. Emmy Cherry 5. I think I might have to get like a portable desk fan or something, because it's very, very hot in here, and it's not even necessarily a hot day today. Like, it was hot, but it's like it's getting towards the evening now, which is when it should be cooling off, but it's still hot as hell. So, and I'm wearing a dress. Like, usually, you guys know me, I'm wearing very kind of dressed down, like sweatpants, jumpers and stuff like that, which, holy shit, I know we're in summer now, but damn, it's just kind of hit very hard here. And so anyway, yeah, I'm very excited to be back. I have missed you guys, and it's a really great stream for us to kind of get reacquainted on, and to also kind of finish the year, because I won't be streaming for New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, because it's kind of a family tradition that we all get together and just kind of kick it. We like sit at home, we play games, all the cousins, like uncles, aunties, grandmas, grandpas come over, and we just kick it until midnight. And then we rush outside and we go and see if we can like check out any fireworks. We're very far away from the city, so we usually can't see much, but we can still hear them, and we can see like little pops of color here and there. And so the whole day is going to be basically just busy, me spending time with my family and friends. And I'm sure you guys are also like have your own plans and everything. But in the new year, like the 2nd of Jan, 3rd of Jan, I'm pretty sure we'll be back up and running. And if I'm thinking about it honestly, I probably want to go back to an evening stream setup. Even though it's like, I don't know, it's one of those things where I want to be more productive, and I want to be a morning person. I really do. I really, really do. But it has proved to be unsuccessful thus far. I am literally a night owl through and through. I get all my best work done at night. I have all my best ideas. I feel the most creative, the most confident. And so the morning for me is literally just about sleeping and then waking up and having a big breakfast, because I slept in for too long and now I'm hungry. And so I have tried and have desperately wanted and pleaded to every god out there that I could become a morning person, but I just don't think that's for me. So, yeah, it's the kind of thing where I'm going to try to get back into like an evening stream setup. I'm not sure when exactly we'll be starting, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I know, basically. And so, yeah, it's also because, you know, we started this stream when I was streaming from like 8 p.m. my time to midnight or longer. And so that's kind of when most of you guys are free, when I kind of got to know most of you. And it seems kind of weird to just switch it up totally, even though I had, you know, legitimate reasons for it. I feel like why fight it, you know? And yeah, vampires aren't generally morning people. That's exactly right. So yeah, there's still little things here and there to come. I'm actually really liking this space, and I can see the vision, like I was saying. I have so much else to do here to really make it feel like home. It's weird. I miss my brother, to be honest. I didn't want him to move out, but I'm trying to make the most of it and just like see what good I can take out of a relatively sentimental / sad event. He didn't move out for any like bad or traumatic reasons. He just wanted to be closer to university, especially because he's relying mostly on public transport at the moment, or catching an Uber, which, you know, is not really sustainable. And he's going to be, hopefully, if all goes well, doing his like PhD and stuff. So if that all goes how he wants it to, he'll be able to get student accommodation for really cheap, because there's like special subsidies for people that are still like studying / at university. And of course, it's like way, way closer to university than this place is. So it's like, yeah, bro, like I'm not going to stop you from like living your dream. Do what you got to do. But it just meant that I was like, fuck, shit's getting serious now. Like I have to just get all my shit together and make sure that I can pay rent for this place just on my own. And yeah, get really serious about streaming, and also not having too big of an ego to refuse a part-time job if it comes to that. Like if I need to make some extra money, to just be like, all right, let's see something that I can do that won't take up too much of my streaming time and like my creative ideation time, because that's important, you know. One of the things about being a creative person, as I'm sure most of you guys know, is that a lot of the time people look at you like, what are you doing? You're just lounging around doing nothing all day. And some of the time that is true. But the thing about, you know, the creative process is that a lot of your process involves just thinking and like ideating, imagining and processing. And so to the outside world, that looks like complete and utter laziness. But it's like, no, you don't understand. I'm actually like, I'm doing something in here. It just looks like I'm lounging on my velvet chaise for like 5 hours straight. But, you know, there's actually, there's something happening. And so, yeah, it's kind of like how to balance that out. And that's all stuff for future Emmy to consider. And yeah, sure. I know. It's the kind of thing where like I am definitely prone to procrastination and just like sometimes getting away from myself in terms of not doing what I need to do. But a lot of the time, my best work comes from having an idea gestate for a while, you know, sometimes a day, sometimes a year. I've come back to work that I've left for ages and ages thinking that it's irredeemable, and then just like switching a single word, or like taking out a single sentence and being like, the whole thing is saved now. And that can only come with just pure time, you know? And so that type of lifestyle, it's incredibly, what's a word, like incompatible with well, general capitalism and, you know, all of the kind of things that come with that, but especially when you have to pay rent and you have to like get some food on the table. Though I'm sure my family, like, I'm very blessed. If anything were to happen where I just like needed help, I have a very strong support system. And so that's why I'm not freaking the fuck out. Like if I was fully on my own on this, I would probably be freaking out like crazy. But I'm very lucky. Like my friends and family are extremely supportive. You guys are extremely supportive. And so I'm kind of allowed a little bit more freedom to fail, in a sense, to fail forward, hopefully. And, just find my bearings in a way that someone in more of an urgent or dire situation would not have that privilege. And so I'm very appreciative of that privilege that I've been given, and I want to do right by you guys. And yeah, so that's why it's kind of like paving the way for more of a full-time setup. We're going to have little projects like this to see if I can just raise some money every now and then. Hopefully they're worth your while. Hopefully they're worth everyone's while. And yeah, we can see how to make a kind of sustainable thing going, like to get that going. Because like, you know, I'm thinking, what do I feel proud of? What do I feel like is worth people's time and their, hopefully, you know, their attention, their money. And for me, like I want to focus a lot on the poetic shop and stuff, because I feel like tangible goods like merch and stuff is something that I can feel proud of, as opposed to just like the e-begging on the internet, hoping that someone like a generous benefactor will just like pay your rent for the month. It's like, well, that is nice, and sometimes it does happen, but it's very unsustainable and a little bit crazy making, especially when there's no real like you can only ever be superstitious about it, because there's no real way to guarantee that will happen. But there's a way to like actually put like, you know, progressive amounts of care and attention and I guess effort into something like a store, which is what I've been working on in the background with my mum. We make everything from not this place, but my mum's place. And I want to kind of build that up a little bit more to the point where hopefully streaming can be just something I do for fun, and not something like, oh, fuck, I really gotta like get on here because I need X amount of followers or subs or whatever. Like, I think that's the first way to absolutely crash and burn, because you're turning a passion into kind of, I don't know, a make or break situation. And that's one way to get extremely stressed out, which is not what I'm trying to do. And so, yeah. Anyway, let me show you guys my new gigantic cup. How cool is that? I think some of you may have seen this before. It's filled with mango smoothie. Ooh la la. Um, mm. And so I did say I was going to put on my face. What do you guys think of just bare-faced Emmy Cherry? Like, not too bad, actually. Not too bad. But this webcam, like I've said before, is very generous. Mm. Oh yeah, and M2, if you have a link to a USB desk fan, that would be absolutely schmicko because I'm already starting to sweat. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm like, oh, you know? I do quite like office work, so I might be taking a little visit down there. And so, yeah. Oh gosh. What else do I have here? Yeah, I've got my unboxing for today. And thank you for the hydrate, Mr. Redcastle. I've got my makeup bag. I've got my second monitor. It's a very it's a very functional little setup we've got here and way less messy than my old one. Thank you. There's going to be lots of sweating today. Maybe we can do the first award. Do we want to do that? Like, does that sound like fun? Because we're already, holy shit, nearly 40 minutes in. That's actually crazy. And so I've got them all downloaded here, and I can put them in the server after if people are interested in that. Let me see. How do I get this up? Here. Okie dokie. Please don't crash my computer, because there's like I said, there's like 10 or 11, and so I had to just download each separate file, and I was like, please don't crash my computer. Okay, that's fine. Officeworks. All right, I'm getting some thumbs up for Officeworks for $8. That's amazing. Yeah, I literally have to invest in that. I do have a handheld fan somewhere where you like squeeze on it and it like turns the thing. But I have no idea where that's gone. One of the downsides of having your stuff everywhere and like moving again and having people move around you, and it's just like, yeah. Anyway. Yes, hot and bothered is honestly one of my natural states of being, so don't get me wrong. Now, we kind of teased it earlier because I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I'll do these in hopefully like an interesting order for you guys. This first award is what I'm calling the Decadence Incarnate Award. And now there's probably no no surprises when it comes to who is the recipient of this award. And so for that, I will leave no further ado. This basically is awarded to someone who reminds me of one of my core tenets, the philosophy of decadence, which is to kind of to enjoy and invite and not demonize pleasure, or otherwise known as good feeling. It is a genuine philosophy that has been studied and practiced by many incredibly influential people in the past, including my boy Oscar Wilde, who is one of my favorite writers ever. So it's a philosophy that sometimes I feel a little bit guilty about enjoying or being fascinated by. But this person, who's the recipient of this award, reminds me of how beautiful it can be / is, and how everyone could benefit, I think, from a little bit of decadence in their lives. And so, without further ado, I actually need to get this sorted. Let's come here to the full screen so I can show you guys the winner of this award is Mr. Redcastle, of course. And so last year, I think it was Most Decadent Chatter. So this is even like a step above. It's literally Decadence Incarnate, which is like the living embodiment of what it means to be decadent. And you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Now, there's a little byline here which says, "For suffering me to kiss thy mouth." Now, if you know what that means. But it's like there's a little inside joke that we have here. Not just from Odin and Ada, but from my writing in general, and from Salome, the play by Oscar Wilde. One of the kind of catchphrases there is "suffer me," which means allow me or let me. And so they say, "Suffer me to kiss thy mouth. I will kiss thy mouth, Jocainan." And so it's one of those things where it's like in my mind, the catchphrase that embodies decadence, like to suffer as in to want to do something, to want something so bad that it's like a form of suffering. It's like such poetic language, you know? And yeah, there's so many levels of that joke. I'm glad that you like it. And this could not have gone to anyone else. I think it's obvious, but I hope you know that. Like, literally at every step of the way, your just dedication to good feeling and pleasure is admirable. And it's something that I honestly look up to. And that's going to be a common theme for a lot of these awards. They've been given out to people that I genuinely admire and look up to, not just as peers, but as like fellow creatives, fellow artists, fellow good humans out in the world who I want to be more like. And so, Mr. Redcastle, I hope you know, even if we don't talk for a while or if I don't stream for a while, I'm still deeply, deeply touched by your friendship. And I have learnt so much from you already. I'm already getting in my feels. I hope that this friendship will continue on into the decadent future. And so thank you so much for being in my life. We'll come back here so I don't spoil the next one. And like I said, I'll post that in the server after this stream if you'd like it. I tried to pick a different design to last time because it's the same website. But I was like, oh, let's change it up a little bit. Because, yeah, I think it looks very, like, it's very, like, fancy, basically. And so, yes. There's no way you're getting rid of me now. Fantastic. I want to only deepen and strengthen and nourish the connection and friendship that we have. So thank you for being here. And I'm glad that you got to be actually here for this award because I'm almost certain that some of these people won't be here. We're still going to do them anyway, like the actual ceremony part. But it's extra special when I can actually show my deepest, sincerest thanks. And so, yes, I'm going to make sure I don't accidentally spoil it by just going back to there like what happened last year. So we'll do one award every now and then. But of course, you know, you kind of knew that it was going to be you, right? Oh gosh. And yeah, the postcard. You guys know that like for some of the poetry winners, like the competitions that we do, or people that just buy them from the shop straight up, I'll always include like a special message. And yeah, the words straight from my heart to your eyes. It's something that makes me very, very happy to do. And so, you know, we didn't really get a poetry competition this month just because of all the craziness that followed. But yeah, we'll pick right back up the next month in the new year and yeah, send out more and more postcards across the world. It's something that I really enjoy doing. So I'm glad to be able to have your trust as well, because like I kind of need people to be okay with sending me their address. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah, the golden cherry is now yours and you can use it anytime until next year, 2026. The magic spell redeem, I kind of forgot, to be honest, what it was about. But it was basically like I write out a little manifestation thing for whatever you want. Like if you want good luck, if you want good looks, if you want this, if you want that. And so, yeah, it's a kind of thing where, because I got gifted on Throne a beautiful, gorgeous almanac-looking book and a collection of beautiful, like, felt tip pens. And I was like, oh, well, this feels so, like, overly indulgent to just use on my own. I might as well, like, make good use of it on stream, right? And so the Magic Spell Redeem was born. But literally no one has redeemed it so far. So that's, yeah, it's just still, it's waiting and it's still very much in use. So yeah, sorry. It's literally, it has not been used yet. I feel so bad. Oh gosh. I don't know if it's better or worse to not use something because you don't want to mess it up, if that makes sense. Which kind of reminds me as like an offshoot of a story. One time, there's this friend that I don't really speak to anymore. It's a whole thing, but I got him a little like diary, and it was this gorgeous looking book that was so pretty that I knew I had the 100% confidence that he would not want to draw in it or write in it because it was so pretty. And so what I did was, before I actually gave him the book, I got a pen, like a nice, just regular black felt tip pen or whatever, and I just scribbled all over the front page, like just a big, like windy, spirally scribble that just filled the whole page. And I was like, there, it's already been ruined, so now you can use it to your heart's content and not feel bad. And I think it worked, because the last time that we spoke, which is a while ago now, he said that he was like halfway through it or something like that. And otherwise, I don't think he would have dared to really touch it and mess up the pristineness of it, right? And so I think it's a very common thing to like see something that looks so pretty and so delicate that you don't want to ruin it. But that's a little trick if anyone has a similar experience, especially if it's like a gift, to make sure that someone actually uses it. You can pre-ruin it for them. And so, yeah. Anyway, goodness gracious me. Let me welcome our friends in that have just joined us. Mjolnir Melodies, that name that I always stumble on, but I think it's got a poetic lilt to it. Sugar Hangover, which is something that I'm deeply familiar with. And yeah, K-Dude1, I saw you come in earlier. I hope you're all doing well. And yeah, I've got the Minnie Mouse dress on today. I don't have any Minnie Mouse ears, but just imagine, you know, ding. But I do have the petticoat underneath, like all the ruffles. And the thing is, I was planning to wear this outfit at Parks, the Elvis Festival. But there is a big but. I'm pretty sure my auntie and I left it too late, and so there's no more accommodation in the whole entire town. And like literally, we can't go even if we want to. And we do want to, desperately. And so my heart hurts and feels horrible inside, because I had so much fun this year. I had literally, my life changed because of it. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I went there mostly because of you guys, and I had to, like, due to our project up here, I had to recite my poem, which then got the attention of this like lit mag publisher, who then hit me up and then published my poem and did an interview and everything. And that was all because of like a kind of domino effect of you guys saying, Emmy, you love Elvis, you should totally go to this festival. And I desperately wanted to go next year as well. But the accommodation, guys, you don't understand. This place, I don't know the exact capacity of this town, but it's a tiny little like country town in New South Wales. And people book a year, what I've learned, a year in advance, because they want to secure a spot. And so now, like a week before the actual event, there's nothing. Not even in the towns like fucking half an hour to an hour away from Parks. Like there's nothing. There's literally no spots. Unless I just rented a camper van, which I've never even done, like I've never even thought about before. I don't know how it all works. Like, and just slept in the van on the street. I don't think I'll be able to go. I wish there was a Heartbreak Hotel for a heartbroken gal like me, because holy shit, I had so much fun. And this dress is like Parks Central. You know what I mean? Like the ruffles, the belts I actually got there this year. And so it's like, this would have been perfect. This dress, my mum actually got it for me for Christmas, as with the cherry earrings. But like, what the heck? Now I don't get to wear my polka dot cherry dress, which sucks. I don't know how much a camper van would even cost. And I'll give you guys a twirl in just a second. It's a beautiful dress. It deserves to be shown off. But yeah, I'm SOL, guys. Shit out of luck. And it's my own fault. That's the thing. Like, I should have planned way, way, way in advance. But I just didn't realize how coveted like this whole thing was. I didn't realize that people booked way, way, way in advance. Like literally when they're there, I found let's say they were there for 2024, like this year, while they're actually at Parks in January, they book for 2025 January. And so I should have known. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. It's literally like, yeah, it's in a week. It's literally in a week. So yeah, 2 weeks. That's true. It begins on the 7th or the 10th. Is that right? And so, yeah. maybe I'll be able to go for 2026, but damn, I was so happy when I was there. And it's like, the weather is incredible. It's hot as hell there, but it's just like beautiful summer, vitamin D galore. And yeah, there might be a last minute cancellation. That's actually true. And I think that might be what happened last year. Oh, sorry, this year. I keep saying last year, but I went in January of this year. So that's kind of how my auntie and I got in. I'm pretty sure because we had someone call us and say, "Oh, hey, do you want a spot at this inn or whatever?" We're like, "Yes, please." But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if my luck will turn around. I need that room with the fridge, guys. We can do our fridge streams. But yeah. Does anyone know how much a camper van would cost, or like a fucking, one that you can drive and sleep in and just park on the side of the street? I'll get one with a fridge. But yeah, I'm just sad now and I'm depressed and I'm crying every day and I'm just like, I'm losing my mind because I've wanted so badly to be a part of it again. So, and yeah, the Elvis is in the jail. Oh my God. I can't believe that was this year, guys. What a crazy year we've had. And so, yeah, and reading out the poem to like that, all those people in that room where they had no idea what I was talking about. The memes and the memories, I guess I'll have those still, so that's good. But yeah, I've been scouring the internet, and also my auntie she's been calling up places and asking if they have any availabilities, but everyone's been saying, no, sorry, we're all booked out, we're all full. And yeah, I've kind of thrown in the towel, but my auntie, she always says never give up, so I should still stay strong. Even if it means retaining some sense of delusional belief that, on the 7th of Jan, they'll be like, hey, do you want to come down? I'll be like, yes, please. But yeah, as it stands, there's going to be no parks for me. Sad face. It doesn't mean that I can't wear the clothes though. Like this little number. If I can't go to parks, then I'm going to bring parks to myself, okay? I'm going to bring the parks to the stream because, yeah, the vibes were just so immaculate. 5 days, 8th to 13th, Apollo Camper. Oh, 1350 now. Okay, Emto, we might have to talk after this stream because I'm not even kidding. My auntie, she's very how do I explain this? She's very kind of a germaphobe, and she likes her things very glamorous, like glamping kind of thing. But I think even she is so desperate that she'd be willing to kind of, go the camper route and just be like a true hippie with me for a week or so. A germaphobe. Thank you so much, Emto, because literally we're actually desperate at this point. And even though it sounds really scary and kind of close quarters to be living with someone, literally in a car, in a van for a couple days, then I feel like, yeah, it could be a whole fun experience in itself. So, 1350 isn't bad because the hotels and stuff were saying 2K. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, shall we do our next award? Could be fun. This is not really in any particular order, but once I closed out of Miss Redcastle's one, this was the next one that was showing up. So maybe you guys will be able to guess based on the title of this award, but it's called the Hilarious MFer Award. And so I decided to give this to someone who literally has me in stitches almost all the time with all the comments that they make, all the chats that they make. And it's the kind of thing where sometimes even when I'm on my own train of thought, but I'm still reading the chat in the corner of my eye, but I can't interrupt myself because I'll forget what I was going to say. I still read it and laugh and have a laughing fit in my own brain internally. And so sometimes if you guys think that I haven't seen your message, I have, and these messages always crack me the hell up to the point where I miss this person when they're not in stream, though I never feel entitled to anyone's time. And so yeah, it's I know it's surprising that I don't just give all of these to Gemma. But this person is basically, I know this is a big thing to say. This is like kind of crazy for me to say right now, but on par with Gemma's funniness. And so the reason why it's hilarious MFer, I don't know why I said MFer, but I just felt like that fit. Because it's like a little bit of a naughty / cheeky lilt to it. Like, I don't know, I just felt like it was appropriate. And so without further ado, let me present to you guys this award recipient who is so deserving of this title that I don't even know who else it could go to, despite the fact that all of you guys are very, very hilarious. No one is quite as hilarious as this hilarious MFer, and so that's why this goes to Mjolnir Melodies, of course. For always making us giggle is the byline, and I hope I spelled that right. Did I spell that right? If not, then just just throw tomatoes at me. There might be a few others that I spelled wrong, but Mjolnir, I know that we don't always talk. Like sometimes, yeah, we go for a while without seeing each other, but I am always appreciative of your incredible talent, creative wit, hilariousness, dedication to the bit, and all of the above. And yeah, you're also one of the OGs, which means a lot to me. Like the fact that you've been so consistently funny means that it's not a ruse and it's not a fluke, my friend. So if you're feeling like, oh, this was just a happy accident, it was happy, but no accident, my friend. You're a funny motherfucker. And you guys know it's a very high compliment from someone like me, considering the only through line between my types, the people that I find interesting, attractive, intriguing, etc., is their sense of humor and how funny I find them. And so it's quite a compliment for me to find someone hilarious, not just funny. And so thank you so much for making not just me, but all of our chat giggle. And like I said earlier, I don't always feel entitled. I don't ever feel entitled to your guys' time, but it's always a pleasure to have you in this stream. And I know I'm not the only one that feels like that. Funny motherfucker, that's right. And yeah, you guys literally, it's obvious, right? Like every single time, you for some reason, like it's kind of like I said it in the last year's awards. I think this was about Blip. I said 100% strike rate, and I think that's also true for Mjolnir Melodies. Like I don't know how, I don't know why. I've never found myself to be particularly funny, and maybe that's why I'm so interested in people that I think are. But yeah, it's just like, damn, I love the way that you see the world. And to be quite honest, I feel like comedians and poets are like this, where we're very, very similar in a lot of ways. We see the world in a specific perspective, and our duty or our job is to share that perspective with the world, often in a surprising kind of way, to various effects, whether they be hilarious or full of pathos. And so thank you, Mjolnir, for being in this stream and for being here to receive this award. You are a hilarious motherfucker. And it's not a ruse. It's not a ruse. That's I think if it was a ruse, the jig would have been up a long, long time ago. And so you've passed the test, my friend. Thank you. And you get a golden cherry. You can spend it whenever, wherever. Well, actually, it expires by next year. Like not next year, but 2026. And so you can use it for whatever you like. And yes, there are lots and lots and lots of funny people in this chat. Like it was hard to pick the hilarious motherfucker award. But if it was a funny award, I think everyone would get one because you guys get me giggling and guffawing and hollering every single stream that we have. I'm glad that it also goes both ways and that you find yourself laughing in this stream because it is quite a jovial, joyous place to be. Thank you very, very much. And again, so I don't spoil it, let's come back here. You guys are too creative. I'm like, I have to step up my game. God damn. And so, yeah, that will be posted in the server after this stream also. And thank you, Emto, for the clip. I will look at that later. Maybe compile them for a 2024 awards ceremony. Mm. Now, Miss Redcastle, you did stand-up comedy for a few years. That's so cool, and it does not surprise me. You're very like improvisational kind of guy, and like a very quick-witted guy, and that's very helpful in stand-up comedy. Well, that's the kind of skill that you train in stand-up comedy. So speaking of stand-up, you guys wanted a twirl before, so let me show you. See, I can do this now. I can push my chair all the way back and just like twirl around and show you guys the ruffles. Very cutesy. And yeah, I can literally do a whole fucking beauty pageant in this room if I want to. But yeah, it's you can't really see my face. I don't know if that's better or worse. I can just sit back here and be like, hey guys, I'm gonna do the stream from here from now on. So ta-da, with a ruffly dress and a unicorn that my brother got me for Christmas. Oh my gosh. Ta-da! Oh, see, look, welcome in. I'm so glad to see you. New room. Who dis? With this heavy-ass chair that I'm, like, lugging around. Yes, this will be my co-host. Whew. Okay. My precious, my pretty. We're in ads right now. Oh, we're getting in ads in 30 seconds. Okay. Yeah, the captain's chair is right. It's so heavy. So this desk and this chair used to be my brother's. I don't know, like, it's so freaking heavy, or maybe it's because it's on carpet, but like rolling it around, I'm like, ugh, okay. So yeah, this is my co-host. New room, new year, new us is exactly right. See, Lockett, I hope you're doing well. We're doing our awards, and yeah, we're just vibing right now. While we're in ads, let's just take a second to enjoy a smoothie together. I think Emto asked before, how is it? It's wonderful. Mango magic. Can you see? Made in my own blender. 3 ingredients. Mango chunks, mango juice, mango yogurt. If you're a mango head like me, then that's all you need, and it's like the perfect magical potion. So it tastes a little bit like blender, yes, but it tastes mostly like mango, and that's honestly my dream. And today I went to Costco with my parents because they were getting some food ready for their New Year's party, and I tagged along and got some little smoothie ingredients as well. Oh, Emto, you have a mango waiting for you. Oh, I have a tip for mangoes. So you know how usually we cut mangoes like into 2 cheeks and like the pit, and with the cheeks we like cut them into like cubes and pop them out? I found a new way online that blew my head off. So instead of cutting it into like 3 separate pieces, you just cut it down the middle and you twist, and then you can scoop it out with a spoon. And it just comes off so easily, and you can just eat it like that, and the pip is not in the way. The other side that has the pip in it, you just kind of like scoop it out with a spoon, and then you have another whole like section just to eat. Seriously, it works. If I had a mango, like a full mango, I'd be able to show you guys, but unfortunately I have chunks. And so just try it. It's so good. And if you want, you can like just keep the pip in and just kind of like eat it like that until it's like, you know, dry. But it's so good and so easy. Like, it's kind of fun to pop it out with all the squares and stuff. But if you want to get maximum mango eaten, then try this new technique that I just shared, and it will rock your world. It rocked mine. So maybe I'll have to get one for the next stream. I think, yeah, I might need to, because, oh man, they were so good. I literally kept them in the freezer, like the freezer drawer, for like half a week or so, and I kind of forgot that they were there, but then I realized like, oh, I hope they're still good. And then when I opened them up, they were literally the perfect consistency and flavor. And I was like, oh, I see. The trick is to just forget that they exist and then open your fridge and be like, oh shit, there's mango in here. Anyway, honey golds, I don't even know the type that I like to get, but I'll look out for honey golds in the future. Mangoes are literally, If my name was not Emmy Cherry on Twitch, it would be like Emmy Mango, because I'm obsessed with mango. I like them even more than I like cherries, and I'm literally wearing cherries on my ear. Oh, it's real. No, it's not real. Or is it? No, it's not. And so I need to get little mango earrings, I think. Because yeah, I love mango. I'm obsessed. I have a smoothie like every day, and they're not even healthy. They just taste good, you know? Like sometimes I add protein powder, but usually it's just like, sweet, tangy, orange, mango-y, just beautiful. And so anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, sorry, we're out of ads. Let me put my co-host just here. Wait, can you guys see him? Yeah, that's cool. So now that we're out of ads, let me give you another one. Sorry. I know. This is going to be my daily / Streamly plug for my website, because fuck, how am I going to do this without spoiling the next award? Because your girl's got to pay rent somehow, you know? And I'm actually genuinely proud of this place. This Poetic Shop. We don't make anything in a fucking factory like a sweatshop overseas. We make everything right here, baby. Well, not right here, like not in this chair, but like at my parents' place. We do it together with our own hands, our own blood, sweat, and tears. And it's good shit. Like the people that have bought stuff already hopefully can agree. And is this going to spoil it? Please don't spoil. Please don't spoil. Oh, it worked. Okay, guys, I'm like a tech wizard. The stuff on this store is actually pretty cool, if I do say so myself. It's a mix of cursed and actually kind of cool artistic projects. When I say cursed, I mean, of course, like the Emmy in the hat, the Squidward in a hat. No, sorry, Emmy under the sea. We've got posters, we've got mugs, we've got apparel, and we've got a bundle if you want all of the above for a bit cheaper. And now look, guys, I'm not even kidding when I say that this is the last day for the 25% off sale. It's because this is the last stream for this year, and this is a real sale. It's not a fake sale that lasts indefinitely. As soon as Jan 1st hits, it's going back to full price. And so if you guys have been thinking about getting something, now's a good time, because it's all 25% off to celebrate me turning 25 in the month of December. And so, yeah, it's like relatively new merch. Wara, welcome, by the way. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? And honestly, if I were to encourage anyone to buy anything, it would be the calendar, because I have like 1,000 of them. And after 2025 gets well underway, it will kind of be useless. So please guys, it's only $3, right? And so, yeah. But if you're actually wanting to get something maybe as a gift for someone else, the postcards and the posters are really vibrant and beautiful. They're laminated, and the stickers as well are very cool. I should have brought some from my parents' place, but I have a couple of the poster prototypes here, so I can show you all. They're about like a vinyl cover size. So you can see here, that's my face. This is me. Like, is that the right way? This is me. And they go really nicely together because they're the same size and like a mix of colors. And so, yeah. Plus, if there's anything that you guys really want, but maybe the price is a little bit out of your reach, please just hit me up, like send me a DM or like leave a message in the server, because, you know, I want to make this as accessible as possible. And I realize, like, don't get me wrong, I do realize that some of the prices are a little bit premium, but it's on purpose, because I split the profits with my mom and my auntie, depending on if it's like a toy or whatever it is. And like I said, we make everything ourselves and we buy all the materials ourselves. And so I'm paying my mom, my auntie for their labor, for their materials and stuff. And, you know, trying to get this into a fully fledged business that can hopefully like support my streaming endeavors. And so, guys, if you're like even on the fence and you're like, oh, I don't know, maybe Emmy would be willing to negotiate, please just reach out, because you never know. I might be willing to do like a special deal, especially if you want like multiple things. Because yeah, I want to make this as accessible as possible while also still being able to, like, you know, fucking pay my bills as well. But that being said, here's a little hint for some of you guys that maybe aren't quite ready but still like the art and stuff. Like some of the posters, for example, they're available on my website just to look at for free. It's not as high quality because we've specifically made the highest quality just for the shop. But if you really fucking like them and you're like, well, I don't want to shell out $20 or so for the actual poster, you can literally just download the image and post it up yourself. You know what I mean? Like, this is why this is here. All of this is available for you guys to just look at and enjoy for yourselves, you know? Like the point of this is like, I want art to be like freely accessible for everyone, but also kind of premiumly accessible to those who may have the desire to, you know, either support this channel or get something a little bit extra. And so it's like, it's a kind of thing where I really deeply enjoy and appreciate art and the ability to share it with people and for people to enjoy it, right, without a paywall. And so I always thought that, well, here's the option. Like, if you guys really like this image, but you don't want to pay for a poster, just print it out yourself. You know what I mean? But if you want to support this channel, and you'd like something that, you know, I've personally like hand printed, hand laminated, hand written on it, and you want it to be like sent through us, then that's also an option here. And I always took the opinion that if people want to do it, they will. All my job is really to explain to people that it exists in the first place and nothing more, you know? And so it exists. Here it is. And yeah, it's like lots of love, sweat and tears put into all of this because, you know, it's my ego on the line, basically. Like, if this stuff ends up being slop or like if it's poorly crafted, it reflects poorly on me. Not a character, not a, like, you know, a shadowy CEO that you don't know the name and face of. Like, it's literally me. Like, I'm on the line here. And so I have a vested interest in making this stuff like as good as possible. So that's why I feel justified in the kind of prices. And I'd like to believe that we're rather competitive as well, because especially with this discount, actually, because I remember I purchased a merch t-shirt from Italian Batch, one of my new favorite YouTubers. And it was a shirt. Where's my shirt here? It was a shirt, and I believe it was like 60 USD or something, like, if I'm not mistaken. And so, you know, we're pretty competitive. And that's something that's important to me as well. But yeah, as for the shipping, we ship all around the world, and we've tried to make it just based on the weight. So if you get something like a postcard, for example, literally like a piece of paper, the shipping is going to be as low as possible. Like, I can't remember, it's like $3 or something like that. As opposed to like something a bit heavier, like a hoodie, the shipping goes up, unfortunately. But yeah, we basically just we don't make any profit from that. We just try to make it exactly what Australia Post demands of us. And yeah, tracked as well, so you guys know exactly where it is in the world. And so, yeah, that's my little pitch over. But guys, please help me take some of these magnets off my hands. What am I going to do with 1,000 2025 magnets? Fuck, January's already like just around the corner. Oh God, guys. Anyway, that's my little pitch over. And so, yeah. What am I going to do? Thank you all for listening to my sales pitch. And I know I keep saying this, but eventually we're going to add more and more stuff to it. So if there's nothing that really catches your fancy right now, that's okay. Hopefully I can change that in the future. So yeah. Anyway, Uncle Roger's merch is too expensive. Fuck, I love Uncle Roger. I think he's so funny. What's his actual name? Because that's his character name, right? I used to watch his videos a lot. But yeah. Anyway, you know what? $75 is actually pretty good for like a hoodie. That's the thing. I'm guessing it's USD though, right? The thing is, it's actually crazy how much they are to like produce, especially if it's not in bulk. Like if you're getting single orders and stuff. For some of these like pieces, like I was saying with I think it was the poster or the postcard or something, like the profit that I make is like $3. You know what I mean? And my mom makes $3 and my auntie makes, well, she makes more because the toys are a little bit more expensive. But yeah, it's like literally just taking out all the other expenses and then you're left with, a very modest profit margin because for some reason that's just how expensive all that stuff is to like get it shipped to you, to like make the stuff and then send it back out. Anyway, I can't begrudge Uncle Roger because I know what it's like. And even with like Italian batches, with his shirt, actually, they said it takes like, how long was it? Like 6 to 12 weeks to send off. And I was like, fuck, that's a long time. Like, I understand why. And I don't think it was even a pre-order. It was just like a normal order. But like our stuff here, we like buy the actual hoodie itself and that takes about a week to get to us. We do the design and we send it off. It's like literally 2 weeks at most. And then it takes a week to get to you. So yeah, I don't know why it takes them like up to 8 to 12 weeks. But yeah, it's just like for some reason, the logistics, I think especially as you get bigger, gets a little bit more complicated. But yeah, it's crazy. I have not even the first idea about how to run a business, but you know, we're kind of learning together, which is cool. So yeah, naked profiteering is right. Anyway, I'm not kidding when I say that sale is going to end at the end of this month. So, and I won't even be streaming for the next day. So, and a bit. So please, if you're considering it, now's the time. Anyway, we've got a posture check. So let me sit up straight. Let me stand up straight like this. Ta-da! That's straight, right? Guys, my hair is so long and so tangled. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I can't really control my hair. I can't tame my hair. I can't do anything with my hair. It just kind of does what it wants. Though I have been trying to fix this situation. You know, I don't know what that situation, like how to even describe it, but it's like, yeah, it's something that I'm looking into, guys. Don't worry. I'm looking into it. Yeah, anyway, let's do our next award. I think that's in store for us. Yeah, I should just shave my head, honestly, because I do have the Elvis wig, I'm pretty sure is in the garage. So, anyway, thank you for the kind words, guys. I've been well, and yes, it has been a hot minute, I know. A whirlwind has been like my life recently, and I know I always say that, but it's like it literally just continues to be true. My brother has moved out now, so I live alone. Hence the kind of, you know, the insistence upon the website plugs and stuff like that. And also, yeah, just like getting ready for 2025. I'm like, fuck, am I gonna have to get a part-time job now? We'll see. But I'm feeling optimistical, and I feel like it's yeah, we're gonna thrive in 2025. That's my hope, at least. So yeah, I don't want to do another little hiatus because I miss you guys too much, but it's just been so like chaotic, and especially with my grandma being sick. Yeah, it's like it's a whole thing, and it's a depressing thing, so we'll talk about it some other time. But it's like, yeah, when Ghost and everything, it sucks, right? But I'm back now, and I've missed you all terribly, so it's time for a celebration. And our next celebration, let's see, which one should I do? Yeah, from surviving to thriving is absolutely the vibes. Let's see. Yes, this is a good one. Now, again, I feel like these titles are a little bit obvious. Like, I don't know. Is it too obvious? Hopefully not. But this award is called the Clip God Award. And so this is to someone that has been here for a very long time, someone that I'm deeply indebted to and deeply grateful towards, because it's actually something that I should probably do myself, to be honest, to be quite frank. But it's a very big help when people clip the moments of this stream or like this channel and its streams that they find funny, interesting, silly, cringy, etc. Because it just makes a lot of the logistics in the future a lot more streamlined. Like if I'm making a compilation, I can just grab all those clips. And it's also a good litmus test because if I refrain from clipping things myself, I can actually see what organically like grabs people's attention instead of trying to like force my own agenda onto people and be like, no, this is funny, guys, right? Really, this is actually funny. Instead, you guys can just show me through the clips that you make what you think is interesting or worth remembering. And so for those reasons, it's an insane godsend when you guys like clip these moments, share them and like compile them, because it's stuff that, again, I should really be paying people to do for me or for me to do it myself. And so without further ado, this award goes to none other than the fantastic, wait, I'm going to need to change this because it's still on the website. The fantastic, wonderful, amazing Emto, of course. And I've had the pleasure of meeting Emto in person, albeit a little bit briefly. He's just as wonderful, comforting, and interesting in real life as he is on stream. He's the clip god, and I am deeply grateful because there have been lots of moments where I'm like, oh, when did that happen? Or like, where did that happen? Or what did I say? And his ability to not only clip but recall those moments is so very, very helpful. Yeah, ascended from clipping legend to clipping god. Now, C Locket, you've also been a master at the clipping game, but there is a little reason why Emto took the cake in this case, and you might see why not only a little bit later, but also just in kind of the, you know, the legacy type beat. Emto's been here from kind of the beginning, right? Like, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure, like one of the OGs. And that is very, very special to me. And so you can see the byline here says, for capturing our special moments. It is very, very helpful. Yeah, the first week, oh my God, that's crazy. And so I don't think you can get more OG than that. And so yeah, Clip God goes to Emto, and I do wish, if I can be so selfish, to retain you and your services into the foreseeable future. C Locket says, I ask Emto for help with clips because he is a legend. That's so beautiful. And yes, he's like, you know, there's an art to clipping, because sometimes if you just take a random clip, it like keeps some of the non-relevant parts at the start and at the end, but to like get a very concise clip that has just the punch, like, you know, the setup and the punchline in it is really, really, it's an art form. And so, yeah, I just feel so grateful, because if I were to do what you guys do just by myself, it would take probably hundreds of hours if I had to comb back through all of my VODs and like get that stuff done on my own time. And so, yeah, it's like, damn, it's very, very, very helpful and very special. And so, yeah, thank you, Emto. And I can't wait to catch up again whenever that may be. I was kind of sad to hear that they actually like closed DreamHack. I don't know why. I feel like they did pretty well, like financially this year. It was like a big success. It was so busy, and like people from all around the country actually came to participate. But yeah, it's one of those things where maybe it'll have to be PAX, or maybe it'll just have to be a random, you know, like coffee or juice or smoothie get together, because yeah, PAX lives, DreamHack sadly rest in peace. Yeah, we'll just make a new DreamHack. We'll call it Cherry Hack. No, wait, that sounds, anyway, we'll call it something else. And just get a bunch of people together to have a nice chill time And you know, what's the like in-person version of clipping? I don't know, but we'll have to figure that out together. Anyway, thank you, Emto. I very much enjoy your presence. Yeah, we'll call it Hingdrak. That's exactly right. Oh my gosh. And so yeah, goodness gracious me. I think now is a good time to like have a little intermission where I can open this package with you guys. Ooh, yeah, Cherry Fest 2025. Let's fucking go. So this is a little bit different to how we normally do unboxings because this is not from Throne. This is something that I purchased on my own accord, my own desire, because it's kind of a belated Christmas present to a dear, dear friend of mine who is away right now, so I'll have to hang on to it for a little while longer. But because this box is a little bit, well, it's fine, but it's like, you know, it's not as spruced up and fancy as I would like it to be. I'm going to open this up, show you guys what it is, and then put it into a nice new package to give to my friend when he returns from his holiday. So, also, I think it's going to be cool because you guys may not have seen this before, or if you have seen it, it's like only briefly. So we're going to open it together, and I have my trusty scissors here, which are actually from the kitchen. It's fine to use kitchen scissors on non-food related stuff, right? It's fine. But I'm not going to show you guys my scissoring skills because I don't want to get banned. But I'm opening up the box as we speak. So, oh, if ChatGPT says yes, then that's good. I was actually talking to him today. He's always flirting with me, like, it's kind of, Anyway. So yeah, the reason I said that this is different to how we normally do it is because usually when you guys very generously gift me things from Throne, I have no idea what the present is going to be. But this time, you guys have no idea. Did I just... Okay, scratch myself. Usually, I have no idea and you guys know. But this time, I know and you guys have no idea. So it's a little bit fun. It's a little bit like a mystery. It's a little bit like a mystery for you guys. Now, I can't seem to open this. Okay. Yeah, I'm literally going to just tear my dress into shreds. Ooh. Wow. So, you guys might be like, what the hell is this? That's why I'm going to explain. Oh. Before I say, does anyone actually know what this is? This little pillow came with it. And this mallet. That's right, Mr. Redcastle. And Emto, it's a singing bowl. So, it comes with this nice paper as well, which I might save. My brother actually has his own singing bowl, and I may have shown it on stream before. It's black. It's a little bit bigger than this, but it has the nice gold embellishments, like the gold rim, and this mallet, but without this felt part on it. And basically, these are good for like meditation, just clearing your mind. Yeah, it does Elvis as well, like Heartbreak Hotel type beat. But when I had my friend over for like a kind of very, very late housewarming, he saw it and was instantly like enamored by it. And I was like, that kind of got me thinking, especially because it was like the Christmas season. And this is a friend that I've known for a very long time, who I care about deeply, and who you guys are kind of, you haven't met this person, but you're kind of weirdly acquainted with them because a lot of the Club Cherry songs, like the music stuff that is on my YouTube channel, has been made in conjunction with this person. So they're a very musical person. This is a kind of music in a way. And I can't show you how to use it properly because you have to put it down to do that. But basically, you drag the mallet around the rim of the bowl, and it's meant to create a pleasant, hopefully, if you do it right, hum, right? And it's something that you can just do as kind of like a meditative practice. You can just, yeah, just try it out. It's good for concentration and focus. I personally don't have one unless you count like my brother's one, which sometimes I just like steal and use for my own like meditative pleasure. But I figured why not get one for my friend who seemed so deeply like love at first sight once he saw this in my place. And I was like, okay, until he comes back, we can probably just use it ourselves. But the goal is to, usually it's resting on the table. So excuse me for this poor demonstration. You hit the side of it to start it ringing. And then you just like twirl the thing around the rim of the bowl. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Ooh. It gets really loud. Isn't that relaxing? And the thing is, it's an exercise in focus and calmness and concentration, because the minute you kind of, your mind goes somewhere else, or your hand stutters or whatever, it stops. Like, you know, you have to have a very steady rhythm around the bowl. And this might be a little bit easier because the mallet has felt on it, but the one that my brother has, it's just wood. And so it's even more difficult because there's higher friction and it's easier to like make a mistake. So it's kind of like a beginner one, right? Not to mention how beautiful the color is and everything. It's like this beautiful azul blue. But it's like, it's such a cool, mesmeric, yeah, definitely hypnotic practice. And for anyone that's like interested in mindfulness and meditation, and those kinds of practices like discipline, etc., I think it's just so much fun, but also good for you in a way. And so if I were being a little selfish, I would probably keep it for myself, but I think my friend will get better use out of it, especially since I can just borrow my brother's whenever I want. As for what I would rate it, this one in particular, well, it's smaller than my brother's. It's easier, and has a beautiful hum to it, because depending on the size and shape, it makes a different noise. This one seems a little bit more mellow than the one that my brother has. It's also, like I said, easier, so there's less of that friction. Like, oh wow. Yeah, so because of the felt part, sometimes with the wooden one, it starts to like, it starts to drag, and you can kind of hear it go like, because it drags too fast or whatever. I don't know if you guys can hear it. And so, yeah, interesting. I don't know if you can use something other than the little mallet, but that's kind of, yeah. You also can't really hold it because it needs to reverberate. So it needs to be resting on like the table or on the little pillow. It's cute, right? Anyway, I'm literally sweating buckets. Oh my god. I need a fan, like stat. You have 2 singing bowls, K-Dude. That's amazing. Are they like different sizes, different shapes, different colors? I actually didn't realize when I bought this, because I bought it secondhand from Depop. I didn't realize it came with a little pillow, but that's so cute. And it's actually very helpful because you can't actually, it won't really actually work if you're holding it like this. But if you're holding it like this, the vibrations will actually go through. And so you don't have to necessarily be putting it down on a surface unless you want to. And so, yeah. Oh, gosh. 1 copper style and 1 larger crystal one. That's beautiful. You know what? I've actually heard that some people, and I've never really tried this myself, but you can fill it with water or with like a crystal or something, and it will actually change the tone and like the kind of sound and style. And so I think this would look beautiful filled up with water, but it's not really my place to play around with it too much. After all, it's a gift that I'm going to give to someone else. But I thought I'd show you guys because it's like, it's a beautiful little thing, and you can get them secondhand. You can get them from kind of like mystic shops. You can get really big ones as well. Excuse me, it's dusty in here. But these like smaller ones are really good just to start off with. It's like a nice manageable like size to hold in your hand. And yeah, you can like hold it out like that. You kind of need to balance it to make sure that the vibrations actually go through. Because otherwise your hand, if it's clasped around it, will just absorb it. Wow, I can feel the vibrations. Wow. It's cool. Anyway, I haven't even told my friend what it is. I said, "Oh, I got you a present," and it's like it sings is what I said, like a bit of a clue. But I don't think he knows what it is. So I hope that he likes it. And yeah, I think I got all right gifts for people this year. I tried to be like quality over quantity, if you know what I mean. Because in previous years when I was working like full time, like the cafe or wherever I was, I had a lot more disposable income. And so I just got like a bunch of random, like I spammed gifts at people, which was fun, like in its own way. But this year I was like trying to get a singular thing that someone will really, really love and hopefully use a lot. Like for instance, I got my mum this gigantic 3,000 piece SpongeBob puzzle, which I'm hoping to make with her because I love puzzles and so does she. And she also really loves SpongeBob as well. And so also we've never done a 3,000 piece puzzle. So that's going to be wild. It's like, it's going to be like the length of our dining table. So I was like, oh, she's going to love that. I got my brother a kettle because, like I said, he's moved out now. So he needs basically all new stuff. And I got my dad a, like, kind of like a build-it-yourself Kit Kat house. And so he was like, can I just eat the Kit Kats? And I was like, yeah, you can just eat the Kit Kats. Anyway, yeah, so I just like, I got my auntie a puzzle as well. But it was like from an illustrator that she's obsessed with. Like the illustrator's called Megan Hess and she does like fashion designs. And my auntie literally gushes about this designer. So I saw this puzzle, I was like, oh, she'd love that. And I got my grandma, so my maternal grandma, I got her an empty scrapbook and I told her this is something that we can make and fill with pictures and writings together. And so hopefully we can fill that for the new year, like during 2025. And so I am going to hopefully sometime soon print out a bunch of photos of myself, of her, of our family members, of us all together. And then just like spend some time with my grandma, sticking them all in and stuff. And also like interviewing her. You know, it's this grandma that you guys saw when we made the Greek food together. And so we're hopefully going to spend some time just like getting to know the stories from her life. And I figured it would be a nice way to actually spend some quality family time together. Because it's like the gift itself, and this goes for the puzzles as well. It's more than just the actual gift. It's kind of like a promise of future time that we're going to spend together. Because, you know, just giving someone a scrapbook by itself, sure, it's a nice enough gift, but I think the real fun comes from getting to complete it or like fill it out together. And so that's going to be something that hopefully we do soon. Maybe we'll even do some parts of it on stream because my grandma has an incredibly interesting life. Parts of it in the past, of course, were quite traumatic times that she's told me of being in World War II, like hiding away from like the fucking Nazis and stuff like that in her village and like hearing people get captured and taken away, like living through brutal poverty and like the conditions of her siblings as children, just like crazy out of a movie type beat. But that stuff is it's historically fascinating. And I feel like if she's comfortable sharing that stuff, it would be really cool to like get you guys to maybe sit in on one of those times. I'd need to have someone translate, like kind of one-to-one, because I don't know Greek well enough to be able to do that for you guys. But like my mom, for example, or even my auntie could be there and just like be the in-between, because her life is so deeply fascinating, and I think all she really wants is someone to listen and to kind of to sit there and be present and empathize, or sympathize rather, because I don't think anyone could really empathize unless you've been there and like in those situations. And so that's kind of what that present meant to me. It's like a little bit more than just a book, because I know I could have gotten her like, I don't know, what do grandmas like? Like a knitting kit or something like that. But I think she really liked it, and I'm excited to like print out all these little pictures and share in some memories. So yeah, phone, literally. Oh my God, when my grandma's on her phone, it's actually crazy. She's like playing this music, it's like Greek church music at full volume, and just like looking at these AI generated pictures of like Jesus Christ. And she's like, look, he has risen. I'm like, okay, anyway, moving on. Oh geez. Okay. So yeah, anyway, I don't know how we got there from here, but it's a beautiful little singing bowl. And yeah, like I said, I purchased it from Depop, so they can be quite expensive, but this one being secondhand, I think it was like 20 or $30, which is pretty decent. They can go into the hundreds, so very cute. And the pillow is a nice touch. Anyway, I'll keep you guys updated when I give that to my friend. It'll be in a while from now, because they're going to be away for a while. But that just means I get to hang on to it for a little while, which is something that I'm actually kind of happy about. Anyway, let's do our next award. So, which one do I want to do? This one is a very important award. And again, once you hear the title, you guys might be like, oh, I know who's getting this. It's called the MVP Award, which stands for Most Valued or Most Valuable Player. And so this is a person who's basically an all-rounder and excelling in every category in every regard. This is someone who is very important to me for multiple reasons, and someone that I adore with every fiber in my being. You guys also adore this person, and so I'm sure it's no surprise to anyone that this MVP award is going to none other than the great, the fantastic, the marvelous C. Lockett themselves. The byline says, for everything, really, everything. And when I say everything, I mean it. This award is basically like, it's the summary of every good thing ever, right? C. Lockett, since you wandered into my life by complete chance, every corner of my life has improved. And I don't think I'm alone in saying that, because everyone that knows you, I feel, has the exact same thing to say. You are just effortlessly positive, creative, determined, generous, kind, and I feel like I learn from you every single day. I deeply appreciate your friendship, and it's the kind of thing that definitely transcends the realm of streaming. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm deeply gratified and deeply grateful for your presence, and you know, just, I mean, I could go on and on about like the financial side of things, but even past that, like the soulful nourishment that I think you've been able to give to everyone here is worth 10 million times these awards. You know, like if I could give you 10 million awards, I would, and this is hopefully what this represents. You are our most valued player, and it's no surprise. Thank you so much, and yeah, like I said, my life is better with you in it. We're all gonna thrive in 25. I know it to be true. And yeah, see, Lockett, I just feel like for you, the world is your oyster, as cliche as that sounds. Like, there's, I don't know how to describe it, but you got something special, my friend. Like this kind of determination and dedication to just seeing the good in the world, which is a very rare skill, you know. Not everyone can do it as truthfully as you can. I think you truly do see the world like that. And yeah, I know that life hasn't been easy for you, like it hasn't been for most of the world. But I think you do this special kind of transmutation where you take everything, the good and the bad, you transmute it and you change it into something that you can learn, grow, and improve from. And that's something that I really, really admire. And so, thank you, Sea Locket. And for real, like, just, oh my God, keeping the poetic shop afloat is just like, what can I say? Sometimes we get an order and my mom's like, oh, is this for Sea Locket? I'm like, yeah. Yes, it is. And of course, it's my pleasure to be of service. You know what I mean? Like, eventually I'm like, fuck, we're going to have to start coming up with some new designs. Sea Locket's going to get bored. And so, yeah, it's one of those things where, like, as long as you'll have me, I'll be here, hoping to just be a part of your life, even just for a little slice of it. And so, yeah, there's nothing really that I can say besides just thank you for everything, really everything. And yeah, the fact that it's not a surprise to anyone hopefully shows you, Sea Locket, how deeply loved you are. And so, yeah, thank you for everything. And of course, like all the rest of these, you have your own golden cherry that you can use however you want. Anything in the Cherry Points store, you can use it right now, my friend. You can absolutely use it right now. End the stream. No one else gets a golden cherry. You can use it whenever you want, including right now. You can end the stream. You can cause chaos. And yeah, the only reason I'm saying that they expire in 2026 is because otherwise I'll just lose track of who's used what when, if that makes sense. And because this is not a very, what's the word, professional operation around here. I really should be like logging everything when people get it, when people use it, but I'm just like going based on vibes, man. And so yeah. It expires 2026, so you've got some time. Anyway, thank you, Sea Locket, and yes, I will be posting those later. So if you don't get 2 uses out of your golden cherry, you're doing something wrong. That's actually so fucking true. I definitely need an Excel spreadsheet, and if I were even just a smidgen less lazy, I would do it. I would truly do it. And yet, here we are. Anyway. Oh gosh, I hope you guys aren't getting bored because I've got plenty more awards where that came from. And yeah, we're not even halfway, so like we can take our time. I've still got our affirmations to do once we hit 2 hours on this stream. And we can just keep vibing, you know? I've been saying that I was going to put my makeup on, but now I kind of like, I don't know, maybe I should just stay like this, natural faced. As for what we've been doing, oh my, what haven't we been doing, my friend? Not just on stream, but off stream as well. Like, guys, I can actually open that door and show you all the clothes in there. Like, you guys see the clothes here? You see the clothes in there? Like, that's why I'm ready for this. Like, I have enough clothes to last me probably over a year's worth of streams. And this is literally the perfect room for it. Can I open this? Can you see? No, it's this one. There's clothes. There's clothes. Oh shit. Did my computer just crash? Please tell me it didn't just crash. We're all good? We're here? Okay. There's more clothes in here, which you guys can't even see. There's more clothes in here, which you guys can't even see. There's more clothes over here, which you guys can't even see. So, I am what we call ready. And yeah, the fund, I know, is making a whole lot of sense. Like, there's some stuff over here that, like, I don't even know if I can wear on stream. Like, I don't know about this. Like, okay. This is fine, but, like, this is a costume. Oh, my computer's glitching again. Hello? Like, this is fine. Oh. Please. Please don't crash. We're all good? Okay, good. My chat is gone. It's a cute pathic color scheme, right? But, like, that's cute, but this is something else. Like, what? I can't do this. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of these clothes I haven't seen in a long time. And yeah. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Yeah. So, okay, just give me a sec here. All right. So, anyway, is that an incentive? I don't know. Whatever that is. So it's kind of like a lucky dip for what you guys will get for that fund. Thumbnail acquired. Oh my god. But I showed this last stream. You might get that sexy little number, or you might get me wearing this. Literal Bart Simpson face. Like, what even is this? Why do I have this? Wow. So, anyway. There's so much to see. And so little time. I think just on this rack alone, there's probably enough for a year. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 doors on that side. And yet put up a poll and I know what this chat will vote for. I know, right? That's why I love you guys so much. Do I have a donut outfit? Ooh. Do I have a donut outfit? I have a donut pillow, which is not currently here. But I probably have something pink and like, you know, donut kind of themed somewhere in here. You know what I mean? I just have too much stuff and this isn't even all of it, guys. That's the thing. Oh, God. So a while back, I was trying to sell some of my old clothes on like Depop and stuff like that. And I also donated a bunch of my clothes as well. And so what I did was, to make some sense of it all, I just put a bunch of clothes into storage, into like these like plastic containers, right? And so I still have those plastic containers filled to the brim with clothes. And I need to take them out and actually hang them up so I can see them and not just let them waste away. Yeah, so Depop is kind of like, it's an app that you can just like take pictures of your secondhand clothes and just sell them online for like a little bit cheaper than firsthand. And I was like, oh yeah, that'll be a nice way to make some pocket money, with also getting rid of all the crazy stuff in my closet. Yeah, it's kind of like Facebook Marketplace, but it's like the Gen Z version, because Facebook Marketplace is kind of just for like boomers and scammers. Depop is filled with like Gen Z and scammers. Anyway, it's a whole thing. But yeah, like, oh my god, there's just too much. There's too much stuff. Way too much. I don't know, man. It's too much. Oh, the chat on the screen. you're right. Let's see if this works. Hello? What? Oh no! Why is my thing freezing? I don't get that. I don't get that shit. Please. My entire computer has crashed. Oh, snap. Okay. Oh no, our table. It's broken. I knew this would come back to haunt me. Please. Please, please. Hi. Okay. Can you guys still see me or hear me? Do I have to just start again? Oh, you can. Oh, I'm frozen on my own screen. Fuck. I'm only frozen on my own screen. Pardon? Guys, see, also, if you donate to the fund, I will start to get myself a better non-crashing version of this whole thing. Are you frozen or did you not move like a second straight? I'm frozen on my own computer. I'll take a photo. I'll take a photo of how I'm frozen. So, which by the way is kind of like a sleigh position, but anyway. Okay, please. Please. Work. Rotate. Okay. This is how I'm frozen. Wait, that's not working. Okay. Fuck me. Okay. What we're going to do is I'm going to restart the stream, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back, guys, and we'll do our next award. I think as I close more tabs of the awards, hopefully it'll be fine. So. Okay. The production value of this stream. It can't be beat. That is the truest thing I've ever seen. So, don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be right back. Back. Are we back? Oh, I see you guys partying there. Keep the party going. I'm so sorry about that little technical issue. I literally don't know why. Maybe I noticed that when I stood up, it kind of started getting funny. I do apologize. We're going to have some ads again. Just a small little tiny glitch in the matrix. Nothing crazy, nothing to worry about. After we finish with our ads, I'll do our next award, and I'm hoping with every tab that I close, my computer will get more and more confident in itself. So, let's just enjoy some smoothie together. Mango magic, baby. It truly is. Oh, fuck. That was interesting. I missed you guys too. Ooh. Welcome to the Cherry Awards. Part 2. Okay. Yes, my laptop. To be fair, I am putting it through the ringer right now. I'm feeling just the top part and it's like molten lava. Like molten magma. So, just, surprised it's just still kicking after many, many years and many just like late nights kept on. I didn't even realize that you should turn off your computer at night for like the first 5 years of its lifespan. So yet here we are. Anyway, are we in ads or something? A little something? Because if not, we're going to do our next award, and it's kind of a bit like a joke award, but also
Lotta donated $50. Welcome back, baby.
That actually scared me. That was so loud. I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you very much, C Locket. I hope that didn't frighten any of you. Thank you very, very much. And as for what I'm going to do with the money, well, I feel like a projector is in order over here. Sorry for the scump chair, guys. And also, I might get a mirror for this room somewhere. I'm not sure. There's not really... I don't know exactly where a good spot for it would be. Maybe against the door. So when I'm getting changed in here, because I'm kind of treating it like a dressing room, I can actually see what I look like. You know what I mean? So projector, mirror, yeah, and other stuff to improve the stream. So that's kind of my goal. Maybe an orb. Yes, maybe an orb. Oh my gosh, Dan Henschel type beat. Maybe a new earring. So do you guys want to see these in greater detail? Look how cool these are. Like, my mum got me these, and they look real. They look so real. And what you do is, it's like a weird way to put in earrings, because you basically detach this part like this. Wait. How do I show this? Ta-da! It's actually real. Yeah, it's a real cherry. And you put the long stem through your ear, and then you just attach the stem to this part here. Now, hopefully I can actually do it. Yeah, it's flipped. Just imagine that it's not flipped. Fuck. This did take me a hot minute when I was doing it by myself before stream. You kind of just have to click it in, and then it stays. So it's like, it's actually dangling. Ooh. Cute, right? And my mum got me 2 pairs. Like, she got me ones that are a bit more red and ones that are a little bit more dark red, like these. So I think these look more real. It's like an actual cherry dangling from my ear. Pretty cool, right? Ow. Anyway. Sorry for the jump scare. Oh, yeah, I'll have to make sure that I don't get too hungry, because I can see myself just being like, gulp. Oh shit, you know what I mean? So anyway, it's very cute. And I know my hair's so dark you can't really see it, but look at that. In person it's a bit more noticeable. And thank you, Emto, for the clip. No, don't be sorry, C Locket. Like, we just got out of ads now, so it's perfect timing. And so I said before, this is kind of a joke, but it's kind of not a joke, like it's true. Last year we had what I called the Immaculate Vibes Award. Now to me, what that means is like a combination of all the awards put into one. It's for someone that I deeply admire, appreciate, thirst for, and kind of want to be like, you know? Someone that really started this whole thing, this whole channel, and continually proves to me to be a beacon of light in a way, and a way forward whenever I feel lost or like I'm unsure what my next move is. And so, this award goes to someone that you guys all know, someone that you've heard me talk about lots and lots of times, someone that means so much to me for words, for reasons and ways that I can't even describe, where words really aren't enough. And so hopefully this award will have to do. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the Immaculate Vibes Award winner for 2024, none other than, of course, German 985. Now, last year you guys were joking that I should give one award to Germa or Elvis or something like that. Yeah, see, there he is in the chat. And I was like, actually, that is so true. Because if it weren't for Germa and his silliness, I would not be streaming right now. Like, he was the one that planted the seed in my mind all that time ago. And I know he's basically retired now, which sucks. The worst timing ever. As soon as he retired, I started streaming. But he is literally the blueprint, right? He is someone that I have talked about ad nauseum on this stream, and I've always tried to be respectful because I truly do not want a restraining order. Like, I truly do not ever want that to happen, even though we do toe the line sometimes. He is someone that I felt like growing up, I'm so glad that I was aware of his existence. Let me say that in more clearer terms. I always felt like I was a little bit strange or weird or like kind of left of fields when I was growing up. I didn't really fit in with the normies, like the, the people that I felt like were popular or like to be looked up to, you know? I always thought that if I wanted to be popular or to fit in or to be liked or to be likable, that I had to be normal, right? That I couldn't be my weird, silly self because people would find that off-putting or that they wouldn't understand and I would be ostracized, right? But watching Germa's videos and seeing just how silly he gets made me realize one of the many reasons why he's so widely loved is not in spite of his silliness. It's because of his silliness and his weirdness, right? And I say weird with all the love in the world. And so just seeing someone else live that reality made me realize that it's possible for me to live that reality too. And like, I don't have to make myself normal. I don't have to shave myself down like SpongeBob does and become a normal, normie version of myself to be liked or to be popular or to be pretty or to be anything, you know? And it's a lot, in part due to him, due to Germa. Like, and, you know, I've said this before as well, his rugged good looks are like the least interesting part about him because yes, of course, he's wickedly handsome. But it's about everything else like surrounding him that really makes him a very interesting, fascinating, and very, like kind of admirable person. And so last year I didn't actually give a joke award or like a kind of, you know, a fun / silly award to Germa or Elvis or anyone like that. This year I'm making amends because I feel like he definitely has a place in this little ecosystem, even if he doesn't know that I exist. That's okay with me. I'm more than happy to admire from afar because I think if he did know that I existed, I would just immediately evaporate into like a gooey puddle of just embarrassment, never to be seen or heard from again. So, yeah, I'm happy to be just like in the fan club, you know, with one of those big foam fingers and to hopefully just be like his, what's the word? Like the predecessor or like the one that comes after. Anyway, you know what I mean. The successor to his incredible legacy, you know, one of many. And so that's why this award goes to him. And I actually wanted to say something kind of funny on that tangent, but let's come back here for me to discuss it. I've actually taken to calling streamers, like different streamers, my co-workers when I'm talking about them to like my friends and family, like people that aren't really involved in Twitch and all that. Like whenever I like talk about a streamer or watch a streamer, I'm like, oh yeah, there's my coworker, right? Like if a Germa video comes up on YouTube and my auntie sees it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's my coworker. She's like, when's the Christmas party? I'm like, I know, right? But yeah, so it's kind of fun for me to think of it that way because we are on the same platform. I know we live wildly different lives and we have different audiences, different niches, whatever you want to call it. But like, yeah, we are co-workers in a sense, and that's good enough for me. You know, it's like, we're basically siblings. Ayo, wait, hold on. It's like, yeah, I feel a weird sense of kinship and camaraderie with these people, even though I've never met them or never interacted with them or interacted with them one-sidedly, because, yeah, it's a weird experience to be online in this kind of way. And until you actually try it, it's hard to explain the ups, the downs, the middles, and everything in between. And so, yeah, I can't think of anyone more deserving of the Immaculate Vibes Award. Maybe one day, yeah, it can be delivered in more of a grandiose fashion, in kind of an event like the ones that he's put on in the past. And so, yeah, that's why. And you guys have been calling it from the very beginning that one of these days Germa would be getting an award. Now you have it. All right. How are we feeling? Cody, welcome in. We kind of had a little bit of a technical issue. So it's about time for our affirmations. Hopefully I'm not mistaken. When do we start? Like 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so let's do our affirmations and then we can get back to our award ceremony. Yeah, the stream just started. You're just in time. A Germa command. Oh yeah, we could do something like that. What would it say? As for the awards that you missed, let me just recite them again because I do have a Word document here. The MVP Award to C Lockett, Clip God Award to Mto, the Immaculate Vibes Award, which is the one we just did, to Germa, of course, the Decadence Incarnate Award to Mr. Red Castle, and the Hilarious Motherfucker Award to Mjolnir Melodies. Yeah, only 30 minutes. We've already done so many awards. And so we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more to go. And trust me, I did want to make more. Like I could probably do 100. Like to think about the moments, the people, and the categories that I could give awards to. But I had to be brutal. I had to be absolutely cutthroat and brutal, and that's not really my style, you know? So please forgive me. And of course, there's always next year. This is a tradition that I hope to continue into the far, far future. And so, yeah, Decadent AF for 2 years running. It's true. And I can't think of anyone more decadent than you, Mr. Red Castle. So, let's see. What are we up to right now? I still got the rest of them here. Cody, I'm glad that you're with us. And you really are just in time because we've got our affirmations to do. So it's a very special kind of affirmations. It's going to be the last affirmations that we do for this year because, like I said, I'm not streaming tomorrow or the day after. So just get in while you can. Flattery will get you everywhere, Emmy. That's hilarious. I feel the same way. So not the last ever, but the last for this year. And so this is going to be an extra special kind of affirmation. And of course, if you guys want to know where I got these from, the lovely video by Amy Walker, Affirmations, is just there. Click on the link to see her face and hear her wonderful voice say these exact same words, which is where I've just blatantly ripped these from. So, from the lovely Amy Walker to me, to you, it's my pleasure to tell you, yes. Yes, you are. You are ready. You are equipped. You are connected. You are unique. You are gorgeous. You are loved. And my personal favorite, you are alive. So thank you for being here in the stream, for joining me for our 2024 Cherry Awards, and more importantly, actually, for being here on this earth in general. Trust me, I know it's not always easy. I know firsthand that it's not always easy, but I think it's always, always, always important. And I do believe with all my heart that we can make life good for one another. I think that's worth fighting for. So stick around. We can continue making life good for one another. And so that is truly my deepest feelings. Like the reason why I use these affirmations and not any other like string of sentences is because I feel like this literally is all you need. Like, yes, there's so much power in the word yes, and like specifically yes you are. It's like you can do anything, and to feel ready, equipped, connected, unique, etc. Like that's all you need. And specifically to end with like a moment of gratitude, like thank you, is also very, very important. And so I feel like Amy Walker somehow she dug so deep, and she was in her bag. She was in her huge bag, massive pocket, and came up with this little magic spell that like I don't think I could perfect if I tried for a million years. This is literally the distilled essence of an incantation. And so yeah, a masterpiece if I've ever seen one. And I do hope they give you guys the same amount of pleasure and good feeling to hear them as I get to recite them and just like enjoy them each and every time. And so, yeah, there's a reason why I haven't done my own. It's because I literally can't top it. I just can't. And I'm very blessed that I kind of stumbled across that video as like by total chance. And that I remembered it like 10 years later, even though the title is very nondescript. I think it's just called Yes. And so it was very hard to find. But for some reason, her name popped into my head in like the middle of the night when I was trying to find it. And I was like, oh, Amy Walker, the name. It just like flashed into my brain after so many years. And I found the video and I was like, this is perfect. This is exactly what this stream needs. And so there we go. And thank you all for being here. I'm actually so touched that I can't even begin to describe. Like I thought after being gone for so long, I would come back to do these awards and no one would be here. I was very scared. And there have been moments where I've been like, fuck, who am I kidding? Like, what am I trying to do here? Like, the odds are so extremely stacked against me, right? But fuck it, we ball type beat. And that's, yeah, it's something that is very important to me. So I'm very glad to be here. And yeah, like I said, it's not always easy, but it is always important. I try to keep things positive and light in these streams, but you know, I've had moments that I haven't really talked about on stream where I've just been like, fuck, what's even the point, you know, of being here, I mean, on this earth. And that's a horrible feeling to feel. So it's my job to make sure that if it's possible, I can alleviate that feeling and ameliorate that feeling for anyone who might be going through it, because we all do go through it, you know. And as long as we have each other and we get through it together, then we can do anything. Literally anything you set your minds to, as ridiculous as it may sound. Like literally, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you had the thought, like, I'm going to be a billionaire, like if you can think it, you can achieve it. And, you know, maybe being a billionaire, it has its own ethical considerations, but even I'm talking in the realm of extremes, like however extreme it is, you can do it. If you want to be like, oh, I want to make a song with Billie Eilish, you can literally, if you can dream it, you can do it. I think that's from Elvis. And so, yeah, I want to be a billionaire so fucking bad. Actually, I don't. But yeah, anything you set your mind to, you can do. And we need each other for that. So, yeah, a sense of community is very important. And I'm glad that we, yeah, now we have each other. So let's continue this good feeling and continue the awards. I have got this next one, which is kind of a revisiting of a category from last year, I believe. But it's a very important category to me, one that I don't think I could do without, because this kind of, I guess, category or title is part of like what I think is a good way to live. And so this title is called the Ray of Sunshine Award. Now, I don't know if we did exactly the same thing last year. It was along the same lines. The thirstiest chatter. Yeah, exactly. No, so Ray of Sunshine is categorized by someone who is unflinchingly dedicated to positivity, good vibes, and just making people feel comfortable, safe, hopeful, optimistic, and not in a contrived way either. Because there are people out there who like put on a very positive exterior, but you can kind of tell that it's not it, like it's not real. But this person is like the essence of real and authentic. And it's even better that that authentic self is so just full of joy and lifting other people up. It's an incredible personality trait to have. And I think it is way, way, way more valuable than the kind of, I don't know, the put on aloofness that seems to be very cool or seems to be very mainstream. The people that think that if they're just like, oh, if they don't give a fuck about anything or anyone, that it'll be kind of cool and popular. I think it's way cooler to be very earnest and upfront with what you believe and how you feel, and to like just be unapologetically yourself. And so that's why this award is going to the wonderful, earnest, beautiful Mind of Martinez 2. So when I saw your name pop up, I was so happy because I was like, oh, I love actually getting to present it to someone while they're here. And the byline says, for unbridled good feeling. This, I'm pretty sure you also won this award last year. But like, what can I say? You've been a consistent ray of sunshine. Like, we don't really talk that often, but I have so much like deep-seated respect for you, because a lot of the times it's not easy to be so like positive and optimistic. A lot of the time it's actually the harder option between being optimistic and pessimistic. And so to like be cheerful in the face of whatever it is, whether it be adversity or bad news or even good news, it's like, it's a skill, and it's one that I really appreciate. We've also known each other for a while, kind of close to OG status, if not OG status. And you have just been a consistent bright spot in my life. I feel like I've got a lot to learn, because even I can like slip into cynicism or like, or just like my sourpuss kind of mood is what I describe it as, where just like, I'm not having it, right? But ideally I would be more like you, just cheerful, positive, and really not just for myself, but uplifting people around me. That's the kind of person that I want to be. And I see that in you, my friend. So thank you for sharing that with all of us. And, yeah, I really deeply, appreciate and admire your entire person, yourself as a person. And so, yes, the thing is, I definitely have my grumpy moods, but the thing is, because I'm streaming when I see you guys, and streaming and you guys put me in a happy mood, it's like, it's one of those things where it kind of self-medicates. Streaming is my self-medication. And so thank you. You get a golden cherry. You can use it whenever you like. It expires 2026, but you can use it for literally anything in the channel points redeem thingy. And even if it's to end the stream, like if I plan a stream for like 2 months and it's like, oh guys, I'm getting married to German 985, and I get a wedding dress and like we walk down the aisle together and we start saying our vows, and one of you guys uses a golden cherry to end the stream, it's over. Like, I'll just pack everything up and go home. So that's how serious I am, you know? Like, if that end stream redeem gets used, that's it. Is flipped cam for an entire stream an option? That is diabolical. I might have to do that. Fuck. You guys don't want to see that. You literally do not want to see me flipped. It's horrible. It's like, my face is like, who even is that? But we'll see. We'll see. I need that. I'm going to use it for the let them speak now part. I'm telling you guys, that's how serious I am about the end stream redeem, which by the way, kind of rhymes. It rolls off the tongue. If I am doing the most high budget stream of my life, like fucking Cherry Squid Games type beat, and someone presses end stream, it's over. Like, no. I don't care that I've planned it for like 6 months in advance. I don't care that there's 100 people waiting to literally throw their lives on the line. Someone presses end stream and it's over. I'm going home and I'm like eating a donut on the couch. So you guys have to use it very wisely, You know, it's not the kind of joke thing where it's like, oh, we end the stream, but then we start up again right after. No, 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 no. The stream is over for the day or whenever it is. Yeah. I demand to be the flower person at this wedding. Done. Guys, you're all going to get your own roles. We just need someone to fill in the position of German 985. So if any of you guys know a German 985 or a German 985 will do. It will have to do. So just let me know. Hit me up, please. And please respond to my messages, German. Please hit me up again. So anyway, Martinez, I got off track there. But you are a very important person to me. And I just want to say, guys, like, I don't know if it's just me, but like, even though there are some people that I don't talk to that often, I still have this depth of feeling that's kind of hard to explain, because it's like, it's almost like when you reconnect with someone that no time at all has passed, but you still have the same severity of like tenderness for that person. It's almost like, you know, in Stardew Valley, if you don't talk to someone for a while, your friendship will decay. But there's a mod that you can turn on that means like, oh, your friendship doesn't decay. That's how I feel. And I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Fuck. Anyway, my friendship doesn't decay. That's what I'm trying to say. And so even if I don't speak to people for however long, I feel like it's almost like no time has passed at all whenever I do get to see them and talk to them again. And so that's something that, you know, I want you guys to know. People that I haven't spoken to in years, if we like just stop speaking like for no reason and it's like on good terms and we didn't have a fight or anything, if we were to start speaking again, it would literally be like, you know, my brother or my sister, come back to me, you know? And so, yeah. Oh yes, and this is the first award season without braces, Emto. You're so right. I get this big old grin without any metal in my mouth, which is a nice feeling, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, holy shit. It's still very hot in here and my hair is tangled at the back. Look at this. Oh my god, guys, don't look. Don't look, don't look, don't look. See, I need my brush. Where's my brush? It's in the next room. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to like hide that. So no braces but tangled hair. I don't know. But anyway. I'm sorry, guys. We're going off the rails. Thank you all so much. And yeah, like I said, this is one of my favorite kind of streams of the year because I finally get to say my most sincerest, heartfelt thanks and be as sappy as I want, and I'm allowed to because it's an award like show, you know? Lovely awards gown. Thank you, Tim. That's a nice thing to say. The petticoat I actually got at Parks. So like this part, I can't lift it up too high, but like this dress is separate to this part here. Like it's not attached. So I can use it with other dresses too. So it's like, ta-da! Do, 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 do. This belt I also got at Parks too. And I think the dress looks kind of weird without the belt. Like, does it look weird or does it look good? I don't know. It looks like it needs some, like, breaking up of the color. You can also turn it around this way, so it's just white. Is that cool? Or what is that? I don't know. Yeah. So, anyway, the belt makes it complete. Thank you. With my new den as well, and a clothes hanger on the floor. It's like, I'm going to bed now. Bye. I can just bring this around. See you guys. Bye-bye. bored. I missed you guys too much. Okay. So that's, yeah, it's my new sleeping spot. So cool. But I just wish the fairy lights were a bit brighter. Do you know what I mean? Like, I literally just bought them today and I thought, oh wow, these fairy lights are going to really make this room pop. But they're so dim. Can I even like show you guys what they're meant to look like? Does that help? Oh, does that help? Or is that like... It kind of feels like Paranormal Activity. It's worse? Fuck. Okay. Like... Do you guys prefer it with the lights on or off? Paranormal Activity is right. Holy shit. It's giving a spoopy Christmas vibes. Ooh, hearts, welcome in. I like that. Yeah, it does look a bit Blair Witch. It's like, oh. I mean, I like how I'm fully lit because of the light in front of me. But, yeah, the white balance, that's the only thing about this, like, this built-in laptop camera is that it's a little bit how you're going, you know? So it's kind of, yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. I think I kind of prefer the lights on. They say that beauty is only a light switch away, but in your case, it's turning on the lights. That's a nice thing to say, Mr. Redcastle. Though I haven't heard that phrase before. Oh gosh. Let's turn this back on. There we go. That way we can kind of see each other a bit better. So, what we're going to do is move on to our next award. And I'm very delighted because I don't know if this person got an award last year. Maybe they did. But it's very, very, very deserved. And so what we're going to do is say the title of this award, which I don't know if it gives it away or not, but it's called the Determination Award. And so this is someone who is unfalteringly determined and dedicated to their own morals, their own values, their position in the world, their creativity, and that's the kind of thing that I envy, you know? Like, I wish I had that kind of, that stamina, in a sense, you know? Sometimes it's easy to give in to peer pressure, or it's easy to give in to, like, what's trendy or whatever. But to be, like, steadfast and firm in your beliefs is a true blessing. And it's something that I think we can all learn a little bit from. And yes, it's very Undertale themed. But this person is in a similar way to the main character. Thank you very much for the subscription. A little bit similar to Frisk, the main character from Undertale. This person is very, very, determined and, like, dedicated to their quest, which, if you ask me, their quest is to be utterly themselves. And so, without further ado, it is my pleasure to say thank you so, so much to Cody Cameron for being exceptionally committed to positivity, etc. You know? I can't remember if you got an award last year, but I feel like it's way overdue. And honestly, you are a dear friend to me at this point that I am so grateful to know, on and off stream. We've had some funny memories together, and honestly, I don't know where I'd be without you. I'd be definitely way more sad. So thank you so, so much. And I think one of your poems mentioned determination, if I'm not mistaken. But when I think about that word, like your steadfastness just comes to mind. And so, yeah, maybe last year we didn't know each other as well, but this year I feel like I've gained a true friend, and that makes me very, very happy. And so, yeah, it's like something that I want to be more like something that I want to embody more. And it's like a very special skill to be just dedicated to yourself and your cause and, you know, your loved ones, your friends. It's quite exceptional. So that's why the byline is exceptional commitment to positivity. And yeah, your golden cherry is completely yours to use how you will. Yeah, the wonderful thing is you really are just being yourself, and that's like something that we can all like learn to do more fully, just to go for it, to be as completely ourselves as possible, knowing that we'll find our tribe if we just stay aligned with your own path in that, if that makes sense, in that way. And so Cody, I'm glad to know you, and yeah, your like words of wisdom in the server have made me smile whenever I see them. Your artwork is incredibly detailed and beautiful, and the medium is quite fascinating as well. I feel like, you know, if we lived a little bit closer, we'd be just inseparable friends. And so it's one of those things where it's a little bit of a shame that most of you guys live all scattered across the world, because yeah, we would be just like that. So thank you, Cody, and yeah, I hope you just continue to make your wonderful art, your music and everything, and I'll be here to support you no matter what you choose to do. I did see your art, by the way, in I think it was a visual section, and I was blown away. So wonderful, wonderful work. Thank you, and I'm glad that you showed up today as well, you know. We have a couple more, but I'm going to take a little break now because otherwise we'll be done too early. So let's have another drink. I need a fan in here, seriously. Like USB fans, $8. I need to go get my ass down to Officeworks like immediately. Holy shit. Because yeah, you can see I'm just sweating like from head to toe. Officeworks is kind of like a stationery store here in Australia. I didn't realize that they don't have them overseas. But yeah, oh my god. Let's see. Perspiring, that's right. If I tie my hair back, it's a bit more like that classic vibe, but it's so knotty that I don't think I should do that. And you know what? Staples. Oh yeah, I've heard of Staples. The shop. That's our version of Staples, which is kind of funny. That's actually a good shop name. Because it's like not just stationery, which is what Staples are, but like the essentials. So clever. Anyway, oh gosh. I might just actually die of dehydration from perspiring so much during the course of this stream, but that's okay. I just love you guys too much. Office Depot. Oh, that's cool. Thank you for the hydrate. And Fanco, I'm not sure if you're still here, but thank you again for the subscription. It has been a hot minute, but I'm always glad to see you. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm dead, guys. I'm dying, I'm dead. I'm deceased. Phew. What else is there to even talk about? I feel like if you just leave me alone in a room for like however many hours, things are just going to get unhinged, no matter what. Like, if I just let my mind loose, it's a recipe for disaster. So I'm just trying to not get too hectic. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating everywhere. We can talk about Germa and Germa and Germa. Oh, and also about Germa. Ah, and also Germa. That's actually a good point. Holy shit. I've been kind of away from socials for a while, so I don't know what's been going on in the world of streaming. Like, who's been doing what? Who's been doing who? You know, that kind of, that gossip. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Sorry. I was not quick enough to cut away. Thank you. See, I'm literally getting more and more sick as this stream progresses. Can I open a window? Maybe, actually. Excuse me. You know what, guys? I'm gonna BRB and see what I can do for myself here, because I need to like open a door or open a fan or something. Or at the very least blow my nose. So, okay. 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, that was a little longer than expected. I also took a pee break and found my hairbrush. Because we're going to have to get rid of this tangled mop of everything. I could not find a fan though, unfortunately. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. And I hope you guys know that even though I was gone for a little while, I can't think and brush at the same time, apparently. Even though I was gone for a little while, I was thinking of you guys every single day. And it's a little bit counterintuitive, because the more you think, the more you realize, fuck, I'm kind of like embarrassed, you know? Like, when am I going to be able to show my face around here again after disappearing for so long? But, you know, I'm very glad and very blessed to have such a gracious audience. I feel like not all audiences would be so forgiving. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that. It's nearly all not free. And so I just wanted to say thank you. And you can't get rid of me too easily, because you know I'm going to be here doing my thing in the new year. And honestly, I want to be like in the Hall of Fame with my co-workers, you know? With the Germans, with the Ludwigs, with the cutie Cinderellas of the world. But to do that, I actually have to stream. So it's crazy, right? What you put out sets the community you have. That's a very nice thing to say. I'm very blessed. Like, you guys have been so wonderful. I honestly don't know what I'd done to deserve such kindness, generosity. It's very special to me. Also, one of my plans for 2025 is to get swole. You guys know what that means, right? To get big. Because right now I'm in my off season, which I know I say that a lot. My on season is like 2 weeks out of the year. Fuck. But I'm really serious, guys. I'm really, really serious. Truly. Swole as in big machine guns. Ding, ding, ding. Because, yeah. Muscle mummy type beat. But it could be better. You know. The thing is, my like size, my weight, it tends to fluctuate. Like I can go from anywhere between like a size 6 to like a size 12. Literally. I know it's kind of like abstract because sizes are all different around the world. They're different between men and women, etc., etc. But like my weight can fluctuate by like even 10 kilos. Just depending on, you know, what I've eaten, what time of the month it is, if I'm going to the gym, if I'm not, if I'm retaining water. And so it's very like, it can really be a mindfuck, to be honest, because like you could be like feeling really good about yourself one day, like, damn, I'm really in my bag, you know? And then the next day you like have you have a big, like, let's say big dinner or a big family gathering and you eat a bit more than usual and you're like, oh my God, I'm literally Shrek. I'm literally Shrek. I'm literally Shrek. So it's like the holiday season is the worst for that. There was this meme that I saw on Twitter and it was like, I'm never going to calorically recover from this. And so that's how I kind of felt. As for the gym, I did put a temporary hold on it for the holiday season, because I was expecting to go away. But now that I'm not going to parks, I'm not sure. I should just restart it up again. But I was getting some pretty good gains at the gym, and also just like being able to go there and just like hop on the treadmill. I used to bag the treadmill until I realized it's actually such a great invention, you know? Like I used to think to myself, why would you ever want to go to the gym just to go on the treadmill? You know what I mean? Like you can just walk outside or anywhere. But then I realized, hang on a minute. If it's raining or if it's too hot, like either extreme of weather and you don't want to go outside, or it's too late and hence too dangerous if you're like, you know, if you're not comfortable walking alone, you can just go to the gym and just hop on the treadmill and just like, you know, have a good workout. Or if you're going with a friend, you can set different speeds but still be next to each other so you can still have a conversation. And so it was like, I actually ate my words and I came around to it because I was like, I was a treadmill hater and now I'm a treadmill lover because I realized the error of my ways. I just thought, oh, it's actually like I've been sleeping on this amazing invention, because I thought, just walk, bro. Like literally just walk anywhere, like walk around the block, walk around your house. But there's something extra motivating about actually going to the gym itself. And yeah, I need to patent that shit. It was just like, I don't know, a moment that I had where I realized this is actually a good invention. And so whoever invented it, you're pretty cool in my opinion. And I'm sorry for being a treadmill hater in the past, you know? I feel like I used to focus too much on like trying to do things from home, whatever. And while that does work for a lot of people, sometimes you just need to like motivate yourself by paying an ungodly amount for a gym membership to actually get your butt into gear. My cousin builds treadmills for horses. Is that true? Pretty sure the patents are all taken. That sounds like the setup to a joke. But if that's true, that's so interesting. Oh my gosh. Wow. What is one invention you wish you had invented? Well, I actually have, that kind of sparked a Jimmy Neutron-esque memory in my brain, because I remember when I was in university, I actually listened to a lecture from this really cool professor who talked about what was the most influential and political invention ever made. And a lot of people were saying things like, oh, a gun, a seatbelt, a car, like, you know, the wheel. And the professor actually said, in fact, the most influential invention ever created was the fence. And I thought, huh, what? It seems so like random and kind of nondescript. Yeah, a fence, like the thing that borders things. And the professor went on to explain that the ability to actually like demarcate what's mine versus what's yours was literally like the beginning of like land ownership and like feudalism and stuff like that. And the ability to like section things off became a huge political tool, you know? Because if you're able to just like claim a space, put a fence around it and say, that's mine, you can't go in here, there is suddenly a whole new dimension of politics that's just opened up, you know? And I was like, oh damn, he's got a point there. Even though it seems so silly, but when we think about like even now the world we live in, places that we're not allowed to go, for whatever reason, it's literally just like different forms of fences, you know? Even if it's invisible. Like when you don't walk into the kitchen of a restaurant, even though you could, it's because there's an invisible social fence put into place that's like, oh, you can't go there. You're not meant to. And so that was interesting. I had a lot of cool, I listened to a lot of cool lectures when I was in university. I wish I could do them more justice. There was one that was really whack and really out there, that compared the process of working at McDonald's to the process of being like a Nazi in World War II. But it sounds whack as hell, and like, how the hell do you even make that comparison? But when the professor broke it down, it was actually a very compelling argument. And I was like, and by the way, it was not to do with the ethics. It was about the actual compartmentalization of each action, to the point where you're kind of removed from the end product, to the point where you're like divorced from the fruits of your labor and divorced from the implications of that. And the talk was amazing. And I wish I could find this talk, and I wish I could find this professor, but it's kind of just lost to time. And the way he described it, when you first hear it, you're like, that is utter bullshit. Like, why would you even make that comparison? It's so like insensitive. But then once you heard his justification, you're like, damn, actually I can kind of see what you're talking about, you know? And so if I ever find that again, I have searched before online for it, but when you type it into Google, it just like comes up with nothing. Because like, it's like McDonald's burger Nazi lecture, you know, it's like nothing. But it was such a great talk. And literally, I kid you guys not, this is one of the first lectures that I ever went to at university. When the professor was finished talking, people literally stood up and started clapping. And I know that happens in stories that actually didn't happen, but I swear to God, people stood up and clapped because it was such a compelling, interesting and far out postulation to make. It was just like, it was incredible. And I wish I could do it justice, but it was kind of about the ways in which we're actually divorced and dehumanized from our actual work. Like, we don't see the whole process through, and because of that, it's easier to be, I don't know, like disconnected from them emotionally. Because a lot of the times, you know, in World War II, the Nazis, they didn't see themselves as evil. They're just like, oh, well, I just did the bookkeeping. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't the ones actually doing these atrocious acts, and so they could justify it in the same sense that, you know, someone at McDonald's is like, I just flipped the burgers. You know, it's like you're removed from the actual entirety of the process, and that keeps people complacent. It keeps people kind of like in line and actually serving as the working class. And so it was just a really interesting comparison to make that sounded so absurd and just far out at a first glance, but once it was like explored and opened up a bit, it was just wickedly compelling. And I have searched a long time for that lecture, but I don't know if it's available anywhere online. I don't even remember the professor, but it was like my first year of university. I was just thrown into the deep end. And so, yeah, I don't even know why I just started talking about that, but I think about it randomly. That thought just comes into my head. Like, that's so weird. Anyway, yeah, I just participate in capitalism. That's right. You know, when people buy clothes, really cheap, and we've all done this, so I'm not passing judgment on anyone. When we buy clothes from like Shein and stuff like that for way too cheap than they should be, just like, oh, you know, I'm just buying the clothes. People are making them anyway. But it's like, still, there's an exploitative system in place that we're directly benefiting from and directly using. And still, we're divorced from that product, though. We don't see the horribleness that happens. So, BME Start Uni, Lecture 1, Ethics 101, get trauma dumped and clap. That is, I'm not even kidding. That is literally what happened. Like, I can't remember if this was the first day, but the first year and one of my first ever classes. And it was so, I stood up and I clapped. I was so moved. I didn't really do too many political subjects when I was there. There were a couple that were compulsory, like you had to choose one of like 5 different politics related classes. And so that's where I got basically the majority of my politics knowledge, and a lot of it went right over my head. But it was fascinating and scary and just like kind of depressing in a way. But it was wickedly interesting. And so, yeah, I haven't been at uni for a very long time now. I've actually been graduated for 2-3 years at this point. My parents, my family expected me to do a PhD, and I had the grades for it, not to brag. I got like a 90 for my honors, which is a high distinction, which means that you're kind of automatically allowed to go and do a PhD if you so decide. But I was so scarred from my honors degree that I was like, no. I needed to take a little break, and of course that was during the pandemic. So yeah, I was like, I can't do this. And the whole plan was to do a PhD as well. Like that was my whole life's goal. I was like, oh yeah, I'll do my honors, I'll do my PhD, I'll become a doctor of poetry. Oh, how pretentious is that? And then I'll just be like, I'll be a professor teaching at university, I make 100K a year, all G, right? But then I finished my honors degree, and I was drained. I was absolutely destroyed as a person. Like I literally was dragged to the finish line by my supervisor, by the way, who was incredible and basically wrote half the thing for me, because I would send my shitty draft over and she'd be like, and just change it up so it actually was readable. And she actually fought for my my honors thesis to get reviewed by a third like kind of examiner. Usually they only do 2, but the 2 examiners were fighting over the mark, and one of them had a really high mark and one of them had a really low mark. And so my supervisor was like, okay, send it to a third mediator and see what they say. And that's when I ended up getting my score of 90, which was way higher than I was expecting. I remember getting the email for my results and just clicking on it and like holding my breath and seeing that like high distinction and being like, oh, fuck, time to party. And like my whole life basically changed in an instant, because I was like, I can't do this again. Like, I cannot do this again. I was traumatized. Like, as happy as I was like, this is meant to be like the easy version of a PhD. And it was like 15,000 words. Half of it was poetry, so it was even easier than normal. And it was still the most like stressful experience of my life. I think maybe part of that was because I did the entire thing during COVID. I did not step on the campus grounds once during my honors degree. I didn't meet my supervisor once, which is wild. Like usually you meet with them once a week and you like in person, you do your stuff together. But it was one of those things where because of the pandemic, we weren't allowed to leave our houses. And so I was stuck doing this thing on my own, like not like with no human interaction, basically, trying to research this extremely niche poetic subject, because to do like a thesis, you have to find something that no one's ever written about before, basically. And it was horrible. It was so isolating and just, I felt like completely in over my head. And because of that, I kind of had this defense mechanism that I would just like procrastinate. And I would just play like Dorf Romantic for like 8 hours straight instead of thinking about the thing I actually needed to be doing. And so I ended up getting myself into hot water that way and needing an extension. And so, it was just one of those things. I'm grateful for the experience, but my brother, he's been telling me, oh, why don't you get back into like university? Why don't you finish, like, why don't you do your PhD? And I'm just like, oh, maybe. But inside I'm just like shaking my head because I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I don't have to become a poetry professor to make 100K a year. Let's just say that I can do that here through streaming. So that's the goal, at least. But yeah, that's kind of the story of what I did at university. Boring born to be a villain, cursed to be a good employee. It's hilarious. And so, yeah, it's just one of those things. You can go back to university, yeah, if you want. I still have a fuck ton of student debt, even though it's not like, there's this thing where it's like it doesn't increase, it doesn't have interest or whatever, but it still increases with indexation or whatever. So it's not as bad as it could be, but I still have like tens of thousands of dollars in student debt. And so, yeah, I don't quite know how it works. Inflation or indexation, there's something to do with like how they raise the price every year. It's meant to be less painful than just regular inflation. But fuck, yeah. I need to get my shit together, guys. I seriously do. And one day maybe I'll share it with you guys if you're interested at all, because I'd have to take out the doxing parts because it has my full name, and like some of the reasonings involve like personal details. Because you have to reason like why you've decided to study this thing and what's the purpose of your thesis and stuff. But I think, yeah, it was like, holy shit. I don't think I can do that again. Because I do not have good coping mechanisms. I hope you guys know that. Like, my coping mechanisms include procrastination and sweet treats. So, that's literally... I don't have many vices, but those are the two big ones. And when I say big, I mean massive. So, yeah. I'm reliving the trauma, guys. But when I didn't have COVID, like... when COVID was not a thing, when the pandemic was not a thing, and I actually went into university for my undergrad, it was lots of fun. And the lectures that I saw were wonderful, somewhat controversial, like the one I was just talking to you guys about. I did okay, like my grades were, I mean, just basically good enough to get me into the honors. And then with my honors, I somehow did really well. But yeah, I always felt just a little bit dumber than everyone else in the class. Do you know that feeling? Like, people were showing up and they're like talking about all this political stuff, and I was just like, yes, capitalism, communism, mercantilism. You know what I mean? Like, people are saying all this smart shit, and I was just like, oh fuck. You know what I mean? But then I did do some self-study as well, because I got interested in politics. And wanted to not feel like the dumbest person in every single room that I went into. And it was like interesting, a little bit depressing. The thing about politics is that once you learn more about it, it's just depressing all the way down. Like, to know about the truth of the world, like the kind of living conditions that people are in, how people are literally starving and in poverty, and there are billionaires that exist just spending money on the stupidest things imaginable. It's like, it's just like, it's enough to make anyone want to pull out their hair. And so you have to have, alongside a political awareness and knowledge of the world, you have to have some semblance of like hope in something. And you have to pick whatever it is. Hope in yourself, hope in your community, hope in like a brighter future. Because otherwise, if you're just left with all this horrible, depressing shit, it's very easy to become a doomer, you know? I understand why that happens. I 100% understand why that happens. People learn about the truth of the world, and it's just like, well, fuck. What's the point, you know? But I think another, like, adjacent aspect of growing up is finding the point, you know? Like, finding the reason to be optimistic or hopeful, or to find pleasure and joy in life, even though there's so much going on in the world. A lot of it not very nice as well, you know? The strength to continue, I don't know where it comes from. It's just like, yeah, you take it one day at a time. That's absolutely right, Cody. And actually, it's kind of interesting that we're talking about this, because a lot of my writing from that time, I did a lot of writing at university. Half of it was required, half of it was just for fun. And a lot of the writing at that time was kind of a little bit despairing in a sense. Like, it was talking about like, how the fuck do you reconcile this incredible, like the tragedy of the world, with one's own sense of privilege, or the luxuries that we've been given? Like, how do you mesh those together without feeling just like a piece of shit? You know what I mean? And even to like feel like a piece of shit is a luxury in itself, you know, because it's like, oh, woe is me, when people are actually suffering, like actually, you know. And so a lot of my writing is this kind of spiraling, confused, a little bit dejected sense of like, fuck, what do I do? How do I piece this together? And I don't think I've fully figured it out. But there's lots of value, I think, in just being like showing up and doing the best that you can and hoping that you can inspire others to do the same, because it only takes one person, you know? It only takes one person to inspire or encourage someone else to do something good and have a domino effect occur. I really do believe in that snowball theory, you know? Where like no matter what it is, good or bad, if you give it energy and you focus on it, it will snowball and become bigger and bigger, and just like grow into its own thing. So you have to be mindful about what you choose to feed, like what you choose to give energy to. And it's just one of those things. And I totally agree. You can inspire someone when you're long gone. And so just if you show up and do your best, you can just actually make more of a difference than you might expect. And I wonder if I can find some of my writing from that time, because some of it's on the website, but a lot of it I never posted because it was just kind of like sad and bad. You know what I mean? It's in diaries, I'm pretty sure. Give me a sec here, guys. Sad and bad is right. I should have found this beforehand, but I didn't expect we'd be talking about this. Non-fiction. Or I can try and find it on Notion. Fuck. Or maybe it's from my poetry, actually. Yes, I think I remember, guys. All right, I'm going to show you now, hopefully without spoiling this. So let me close this. Here. If I can find what I'm looking for. This is my website, by the way. Come on now. And Emto, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy your little award. And I hope you enjoy your New Year's Eve, New Year's Day celebrations. That goes for all of you guys. We're taking a little intermission as I try and find something random before I do the rest of the awards. So, maybe this is a good way to, like a good example. Yeah, still haven't found what I'm looking for exactly. Bono knows what's up. So this is part of my thesis, actually. And this is the plain text. So this is how it's meant to be read, but it's a bit hard to read it online because you can't actually turn it around and like look at it without breaking your neck. So I've included the plain text version here. And this is the poem. I'll just read a part of it that kind of explains the feelings I was talking about before. So, why do I always feel like I'm on the verge of something? It doesn't escape me. There's a precipice I'm constantly flirting with, never sure if it's transgressive or hedonistic. There's not enough shame in me some days, even when I'm nearing capacity. I'm always breathing in a little deeper, a fraction over the point of comfortable, trying to squeeze it all in. Shame is familiar in me, knows exactly where to bury itself, where to organize. Sometimes, after an unreasonable depth of tenderness, A foreign liquid will collect on the bottoms of my eyelids, and the betrayal of the anticlimax will leave me breathless. Come on, I'm thinking, is that the best you can do? No spontaneous combustion, no supernova? The sweet. I call it from the sweet. There's another one as well. Is it an hour after midnight? No. Oh. We're going all the way down, guys. All the way down. Pretending to meditate. Spontaneous combustion, that should be love. One of my favorite sayings. That's beautiful. Maybe this one. Yeah, thank you, October 2nd is actually very revealing of what we're talking about. So, I often think to the future because I'm naturally anxious and frustrated at our state of lagged thinking. Textbooks in posterity, if still around then, will write about us mockingly, incredulously, calling us barbarians in the same way we scoff at people from the Middle Ages. Makes you wonder, middle of what? I like Dark Ages better, seems cooler, less agitated in its glaring affront to relativity. Historians take heed, avoid words like middle, new, or old. The further we travel, the less those labels recognize us. Funny though, since we're now in the middle of the new dark old ages, the light dark ages, the techno dark ages, the embarrassing collision of advancement and decay. You'd think we'd be over this by now, that humans would grow tired of greed and prejudice. You'd think you would. There are no hours where I don't think about it. I must burn thousands of calories a day just by grieving selfishly for the world. It is petulant and glamorous to cry for humanity. It is a privileged ability, something I can do from the luxury and safety of my own quiet room. Those in real peril are less able to cry for a better world, one where kindness is possible. They're fighting every day to stay possible in the first place. When existence is fraught, idealizing is opulence. Is there any way to move through this space without being unbearably cruel? I have yet to learn. I am scared to find out. And so, this literally just sums it up. There's like that doomer mindset. Once you learn about the kind of the things going on in the world, you're just like, fuck, what am I going to do? I'm just a nobody. And then you realize, or at least I realized, that that's not helpful. Like, to completely give up is literally the worst thing you could do, because even if you only help one person, or if you only help yourself, then you've done more than doing nothing. And so, especially this line here, when existence is fraught, idealizing is opulence, it makes me think about people that have no time to be caring about this stuff because they're literally just trying to survive. Like, you know, the people that have been just absolutely terrorized in Gaza and stuff like that, literally dodging bombs left, right, and center, trying to avoid starvation, trying to avoid just an onslaught of attacks. It's like they don't have time to write poetry, and that is a privilege that I recognize. So even to write about it feels like so, yeah. It just feels so privileged. They're fighting every day to stay possible in the first place. And so anyway, there is a solution, right? The solution is to do your best and take it one step at a time, because the only way you can lose is if you give up. Like I said, even if you help one person or if you help yourself, that's better than doing nothing. I'm trying my best, I'd like to believe. Sometimes my best isn't really that great, to be honest. Sometimes my best involves just getting out of bed and making breakfast. You know what I mean? But I think, again, that's better than not getting out of bed and starving in bed. You know what I mean? Like, there is layers. And I think I saw this infographic once that said sometimes your best looks different on different days. And so to me, it's very important to keep that in mind, because there are some times where I am wickedly productive and I get lots of shit done, and other times where, again, it's like a caterpillar in a cocoon. You need time to rest and just like take things in and hibernate sometimes, you know, just like eat lots of food and just let yourself just relax on the couch. But yeah, thinking about my uni days, it was really the beginning of my political involvement and awareness. And yeah, a willingness to try is an important step. Absolutely. Your best has been 25 viewers. That's more than zero. Exactly. And you know, like, I remember when I first started streaming, I freaked the fuck out because I had 4 viewers. And again, that is like an incredible privilege to have people that actually want to sit with you and listen to what you have to say. And it's, no matter what the number, it's an incredible blessing that should not be taken lightly. And so, yeah, to just like take every win, no matter how big, no matter how small, and have a sense of like deep gratefulness is, yeah, like gratitude is a very, very important thing to me. I think whenever I'm lost, whenever I'm feeling like listless or anxious or like kind of agonizing about things that don't really matter, if I'm being honest with myself, as soon as I come back to a sense of gratitude, I'm immediately grounded again, and I'm just like, yes, this is what I'm meant to be doing. This is my next move, etc., etc. And so, yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let us move to our new or next award, because otherwise I'll just get too ahead of myself. And let's see, what's on theme? What's on theme? Okay. This next one is kind of related to what we're talking about. Someone that I think has a really good head on their shoulders. Like, they are switched on. They're very, very clever, very interesting, very sweet. And this title of this award is called the Gorgeous Soul Award, and you guys will see why in a second. This person isn't currently here right now, but I hope that this award will be passed on to them at some point in the future. You guys may know her, you may not. The wonderful, beautiful Nyx Tokyo. Someone that I've only met kind of recently, actually. But she is literally so soulful, so sweet, so mature, like all the things that we were just talking about. And I didn't even realize that she was also a streamer until way after, like, way after I got to know her. She's literally so cute as well. And yeah, if you guys actually haven't been to her channel or you don't know her, you should definitely check her out. She is so, so wonderful. And of all the things we're talking about, like when it comes to doing your best and being the best version of yourself, I think that Nyx is literally the embodiment of that. And so the byline here being, thank you for being an utter delight. She pops in from time to time, but I don't think she's here today. That's all right. We can celebrate her anyway. And so, yeah, I'll reach out to her and see what she's up to after this stream or something. And yeah, slay recognizes slay. That's 100% right. While we're here, I feel like we might as well do some of the other ones for people that might not be here right now. And so this one is the Writing Legend Award, which is just something that I wanted to do. A lot of you guys are writing in Creative Legends, but this person in particular has astounded and shocked and wowed everyone in a lot of the poetry like competitions that we do once a month. You guys will know exactly who I'm talking about as soon as you see this, and I don't think they're here right now either, but I wanted to just show my appreciation because of course this started off as a writing channel. I'd like to believe it still is, but we do other things here too now as well. So my name is Jeff, hilarious name. The Writing Legend Award, thank you for such wonderful creative works, and we might see them again at our next poetry competition, but either way, this is well earned and well deserved. Yeah, they always serve and they always eat. And so, yeah, I think, I'm not sure if this is actually the same username that they use on Discord. I'll have to look it up. But because it's not their actual name either. But I felt like just showing my appreciation, and you guys know we've enjoyed some of their incredible poetry on stream before. And if I'm not mistaken, they also won like a poetry competition in their area. And so, kind of cool, right? I feel like it's a really great company to be in, and I've learned a lot about writing from reading their work, and also like just, I don't know, getting to enjoy it, getting to dissect it. It's like a really cool thing as a writer to see other people kicking goals left, right, and center. So yeah, again, I'll post these somewhere later so they can still just be showered in praise and appreciation. I don't know where they're at, maybe doing some crazy writing stuff, or was it, I don't think they were into archery, but yeah, doing something cool, crazy, maybe writing some like Bucky fanfic, which is, yeah, honestly, I approve. So this next award, so we're just breezing through these now, is something that was so hard to pick, but also not very hard at all in a weird way. This award is called Your Favorite Streamer's Favorite Streamer Award. And the whole title didn't even fit on the first line, so I had to like go into the next line. This is something that could only be awarded to this person. Someone that I vibe with on such a deep level, and you guys will know this person. I almost spoiled it. You'll know them, you'll love them, and you'll see exactly why I gave it to this person once it's revealed. They are literally like my soul connection just across the pond, and so that's why this is going to Jen, of course. I love Jen. She is so talented, so inviting, so absolutely just wonderful. And the byline here is for spectacular, marvelous vibes. I don't think I could put it any more succinctly than that. And so, yeah, like, she's literally your favorite streamer's favorite streamer, you know? She is crazy cool, and I want to be just like her when I grow up. Though she is slightly crazy to be eating Bean Boozled beans like she does. I'm also very blessed that I know so many of her community members, and we get along so well. It's almost like, you know, Mikasa and Sukasa. And it's just, yeah, it's wonderful. And I feel like a really deep kinship with Jen. She's wonderful. She's beautiful. She's everything. She's the moment. And so I love hanging out in her streams. I do a bit of lurking. And yeah, I just think that I want to get to know her even more. And that's why I felt like giving this award. It's also really nice when she raids in and she actually stays around for a while. And it's something that's very rare. I'm definitely guilty of raiding and fading, but she is like so she's so present and she's so attentive. It's really sweet. And it's the kind of thing that I want to try to do more of. So I want to be I want to learn from that and see if I can really stick around for longer, because it really is a nice thing to do. And as the recipient streamer of a raid like that, it feels extra special. And so yeah, Jen, I could say so much more about, but hopefully, you know, in the future we can just hang out more, like in each other's streams, maybe even collaborate, and just get to know each other even better, because she's wonderful. And yeah, she's like my sister from another mister. Yeah, collab playing Hitman type beats, something like that. I don't see why not. And so thank you, Cody. It was a great recommendation, and she's just, yeah, she's so cool. I'm so glad to know her. Goodness gracious. A sister from another mister, I think, is absolutely true, you know? And so, yeah. What we're going to do now, take another break, smoothie break, because we've only got 3 left, which is crazy to me. We're kind of making good time, though. I think in the next half hour, we can finish up, and we'll just, yeah, we'll say goodbye to 2024 and say hello to 2025, and just like get ready, prepared for another crazy year together, you know? Like, I do see great things in our future, financially, physically, emotionally, creatively, socially, and all lees that you can imagine. And so that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of exciting, you know? Well, more than that, it's extremely exciting. And, you know, I'm here to support you guys in your endeavors, no matter what your New Year's resolution is. If you believe in that kind of thing, I'm here to back you and just to be like, guys, I gotcha, you know? I got you, and I will be doing my best, and really that's all we can do. So I hope you feel encouraged also to do your best. Be your mythical best. Wait, no, that's plagiarized. I can't say that. And yeah, it's so exciting, you know? We're going to thrive in 25. I definitely think 24, as in 2024, was more. It was the epitome of more for me. I literally had like 4 holidays this year. What the fuck? Be your actual best is great. Like, I went to parks. I went on a cruise. Fuck, yeah. Where else did I go? I went to Perth. Oh my god. And just recently I went to a beach house. I had, yeah, so many fun streams, collaborations with friends. You guys got to meet some of my friends. You got to see me dress up like crazy creatures and characters. I want to do more of that in the new year and just do it bigger and better, you know? We're all going to be making so much money. We're all going to be getting into our best versions of ourselves, our muscle mommy versions of ourselves. Oh, damn. And so, you know, it's like, it's going to be cool, you know? Muscle mommy type beat. Yeah. Despite the fact that it's, again, the SpongeBob meme. I don't know. Lean beef patty tings. Oh, she's like my girl crush. I love her so much. She's so ridiculously in shape. It's like, how is it possible? But yeah, I'll be lean beef Emmy. I wish. My twin sister. Yeah. You know, it's like, it's all about the journey, as cliche as that sounds. But yeah, you know, I need to get some weights in here or something. Just like do a bunch of push-ups. But yeah. Cody says, Emmy, you've given us the greatest award ever, and that is you. That's a very sweet thing to say. But honestly, I wouldn't be here if not for the incredible just fun that you guys afford me, and like the good vibes, the deep and meaningfuls, the silliness, the thirstiness. It's like, how could I not be here? How could I refuse? And yeah, it's a really special place to me. I want to just continue nourishing this place and hopefully see it evolve and grow over time. I'm wary, that's the word, about using the word explode, because I don't want this place to explode. I want it to grow steadily. If you explode in popularity, then it's kind of like, it's very easy to fizzle out, to get depressed because you're not doing the same crazy numbers, crazy unsustainable numbers, and you also are not necessarily able to keep up with the influx of new people and whether or not they're going to vibe and like whether or not they're going to behave or be appropriate. Emmy, I just sent you an award too in Discord. Oh gosh, the Emmy Award. I think you deserve it. Thank you, C Locket. I might have to check that out later. But it's like the kind of growth that we've seen in the past year and a bit has been really special, and I'd like to see that, you know, just continue to flourish. That's really the aim. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I hope you are too. Let's finish off this smoothie. Before we continue with our awards. Now, I don't think these people are currently here. They might be just lurking, but we're going to celebrate them anyway. Now, this next award is called the Coolest Newbie Award. This is for someone that I've only just recently started getting to know, but they've quickly become a very valuable, indispensable member of the Cherry fam, and that's worth celebrating to me. And so the Coolest Newbie Award goes to Floor Vomit, an incredible name, or as I like to call them, Floor. Literally one of the newbies that I've just gotten to know in recent times, I think from Jen's stream, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a pleasure to have Floor here, and they're very consistently there in like at the start of streams, in the server, and that's wonderful. Actually, Floor might have been from somewhere else, but no matter what, yeah, Purple Hearts, that's right. I want to get to know Floor in greater depth and to just welcome them even more thoroughly into the Cherry fam. The byline here says, for joining the club so seamlessly. I feel like the tenderness, the sweetness, and just the helpfulness in general is like, you know, it's excuse me. It's completely fitting with this vibe. I'm so sorry. I sneezed during your award. Imagine someone did that at like the fucking streamer awards. If someone just sneezed in the middle of giving their award. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Holy shit. Yeah, just like all over the award. Here you go, by the way. I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, flawless as in FLAWESS. Wait, LESS victory. And I just can't wait to get to know you better, you know? Like, I feel like we've gotten to know each other slowly but surely over the past few, I guess, months, streams, etc. But for a relative newbie, it's just like, it's nice to see a friendship in the beginning stages of blossoming. And so I'm hoping to further water that seed, nourish it, and see what it turns into. You know what I mean? And yeah, sometimes it can be intimidating for new people to like join what looks to be a very close-knit club, you know? And so it's very respectable to me when someone can just like very gracefully enter and fit in, you know, just like to fit in but also be themselves. It's a very delicate balance, you know? And yeah, that's something that I hopefully can learn from as well. Sometimes there's a bit of a tug of war between how to fit in while also feeling like yourself. Sometimes I can sway too far in either direction, and like at the expense of the other. But yeah, it's nice to see that it's possible to do both. You know what I mean? And that's something that deserves to be awarded and applauded. So thank you to the coolest newbie. And again, your golden cherry is now active. You can use it whenever you want. You can end the stream right now if you like. And so actually we can continue the trend because there's kind of like the alternative of this. Like the alternative of a newbie is like an OG, and the next award is actually a legacy award, someone that's been around from the very beginning. And so we might as well just do this while we're here. This is an award for someone that I've known since I started streaming, like literally the beginning, first ever, second ever stream, and someone that has helped me develop the channel, the server, that has given me tips and tricks along the way, literally pulled me out of the trenches. You guys know who it is. Do I even need to say it? Cecilia Roses, of course. Legacy means a lot to me. I take it very seriously, and I will never forget the people that helped me right at the beginning when I didn't know what a fucking emote was, when I didn't know what a mod was, and I desperately needed someone to take me under their wing, you know? Cece is the type of person that is so selfless. She will do everything for everyone, and sometimes like leave her own needs and wants behind, which, you know, is something that we always tell her not to do. But she is so giving and so effortlessly caring. It's something that everyone can learn from. And as long as I'm streaming, I will be just totally indebted to her. She literally she introduced me to her community. She encouraged people in her community to go and follow this channel. She helped me set up my Discord server. She helped me with moderating my Twitch channel and everything like that. But besides the stuff that she's done for me in general, she's a very beautiful person. She is so open and so sensitive, and I mean that in the best way possible. She's just like, she wears her heart on her sleeve, and I think that is a beautiful trait to have. She is a living legend. And yeah, she calls me her Twitch daughter. She's my Twitch mum. I love her. I adore her. And again, she just pops in now and again and says hello, and sometimes causes chaos with the redeems because she has mod privileges. She can redeem whatever she wants, basically. And like, I can never ever forget her or ever like forget where I came from, essentially. And so it's the kind of thing that I am very, very glad to announce, basically. Yeah, so Cece, she always has fun with the redeems. She basically causes utter chaos, and that's led to some of the funniest moments on this stream, like some of the clippable moments where I'm doing something silly or wearing a silly outfit. It's usually because she's redeemed something wild, and so I have her to thank for a lot of those crazy moments as well. And so yeah, I'm gonna get kind of emotional. Goddamn. The byline here says, the Legacy Award presented to Cece for being an OG, but it's so much more than that. She is literally like, yeah. Everyone has her to thank for this moment that we're having right now. Um, and so from the newbie to the legacy, the very last award goes to someone very special, of course. Let's come back here for a sec while I explain it. And it's kind of like, it's an award to a person, but also to a moment that we had, like in this stream this year. So I don't know when exactly. Maybe this could have been last year, but I'm just counting it for this year anyway. I don't know when exactly I announced who the mystery crush was, and you guys finally got to know who it was that has stolen my heart, aka certain German 985. But there was a moment that literally shocked me to my core in a good way. And that's why this award is called the Outrageous Moment Award. And it's presented to the instigator of that moment, who knows who he is. I don't think he's here right now. But still is someone that I deeply admire and appreciate. And I even owe him, I'm pretty sure, a poem. So I feel so bad. Guys, I'm sorry. I will do the stuff that I'm meant to have done. It's, perfection takes time, is what I like to say. But this award is the final one for today. And so the person who is the recipient of the Outrageous Moment Award is the wonderful, the absolutely marvelous and cheeky, mischievous Dutchie on Twitch. For you know what with you know who. If you know, you know, he was the one that gifted a sub to Germa, which created absolute mayhem and chaos in this chat for like a solid 30 minutes. I went bright red and basically couldn't string a sentence together, and it's kind of now a living meme in this whole area. And so yeah, I was just like, what the heck do I even say? Like, what do I do here? And how can I ever live this down? German 985 is subscribed to me now. And so this is something that has lived on in my memory, and I don't think I'll ever forget it. But even besides that moment, Dutchie is a wonderful addition to our stream. He's funny, he's silly, he's cheeky, he's creative, and I feel like my life is better knowing him. So it's not just about the moment, but it's about our friendship and our knowing each other. He's very sweet and very silly and very funny. All things that I adore in a person. I thought with you and Germa, the sub would be you. That's crazy work right there, Mr. Redcastle. That's fucking crazy work. Well. You know what? Before I get too crazy and hectic and thirsty, this is probably a good time to start wrapping things up for 2024. Value for money type beat is real. Let me close this out and just thank you guys once again for joining me here. I have had the most marvelous 2024. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, we've had some hydrates. Cheers. We've had some birthdays, we've had some silly moments, we've had some collaborations, and I want to do everything bigger, better, and more thriving in 2025. It's a pleasure to know you guys. I hope you know that. And I want to just make you guys proud, And before I get too in my feels, I just want to say thank you to anyone who's ever stopped by, who said hello, who's participated in the chat or just lurked, anyone who's donated or bought something from the merch store, anyone who's ever just given me the time of day. It's very, very, very important to me, and I owe everything to you guys. So just know that the decisions that I make on this stream, on this channel, in the server, etc., I do it all with you guys in mind. And I want to be able to go to bed at night proud of what I've done, the person that I am and the friend that I can hopefully be to you guys. Even though, again, like I said, my best is sometimes not very much at all, I'm still going to show up and try as much as I can and hopefully prove to you guys that you can do it too. And so, yeah, one last spin check for the road. And if anyone has any raid recs, let me know. I'll be doing little twirls and spins as we raid out. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys so, so much. It's honestly a privilege. It is an absolute privilege to be here. And I want you all to have a fantastic New Year's Eve, New Year's Day celebration, and an even more fantastic 2025, because you deserve it. And we are going to have so much fun together. So let's say hi to Ariella. She's a darling. It's her birthday. Oh my God. An even better reason to say hello. Thank you so, so much. As we leave, let's take a look at this wonderful cherry dress. Oh my. Like, what can I say? Thank you all so much for being here. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. And I'll see you guys in 2025. It's exciting, right? And so please take care. If you're going to get lit and turned over the New Year's Eve celebrations, just be safe. I want you to come back and see me in 2025 healthy and not too hungover. And so please just take care of yourselves. And let's send lots and lots of love over to Ariella. She is a beautiful soul, beautiful singer, and it's her birthday today, so make sure you're extra sweet. Yes, drink your water. Be safe. Behave. At the very least, don't get caught. Hugs and kisses, hugs and hisses. I'll see you all very, very soon. Ta-da!